What is good, ladies and gentlemen? We are back at it again. Black Sensei Society, episode number 77. Lots to talk about per usual. Of course, as always, make sure you guys like the podcast if you're enjoying the content. Comment down below. Try to read all the comments so we can reply and have a little dialogue over there, of course. And if you're listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff, feel free to leave a comment there. I saw someone leave a comment recently, so make sure to leave a comment there, of course. Rate it 5 stars. Support your boys as we are grinding away. With that said, gentlemen, how are we feeling?
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
As soon as the thing went go live, like my whole screen went black. I was like, "The hell?"
No, they was coming to get you, Lonnie.
I'm good. I'm a little sore. I went to paintball yesterday. Oh, random. You know a lot of Stefano.
Yeah. You know what? Shout out to Stefano real quick.
Yeah, shout out to Stefano. But his girl shot me in the nuts with a paintball 3 times yesterday.
Yeah. Taylor gave me and Santo the play-by-play.
Yeah. Well, but I did get some new Don to Don merch, and I don't really see anyone with Don to Don merch, so
I haven't seen any at all, which is crazy. I feel like there should be a ton.
this is fire. Like, this is the MC.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Looks real good. There we go.
And I'm gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping. You'll just see.
Nah, Jaden, I've never had a energy drink in my life. This is a beer. This is what I wore to work. I literally just showed up from work to make sure I was early. I was on time for the podcast. This is a beer. I've never had a Red Bull. I've never had anything energy drink related in my life.
Yeah, I mean, energy drinks are not that bad. My thing is, I stopped drinking energy drinks for a minute after I drank like 13 on a road trip.
13?
Yeah, I really had to make. So I was driving from Virginia to Iowa, where my college is at, and I was trying to make it in time for freshman orientation. And long trip. It was 13 hours. And I hate long drives, and I fall asleep quite frequently. So I try to keep myself up. Once I got there, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I needed to go to the hospital. I crashed so hard, my heart was like, "Yeah, you're fucked." So I just had to lay on the ground.
Energy drinks, bro. I don't think you're supposed to have more than like 3 in a day.
Yeah, for me, what really set this path down for me, because Lonnie, you've seen me. I'm a very energetic individual. I don't need energy drinks in my life, but when I was a senior, we had a junior who was our starting center. He took 3 5-hour energy shots before our game and then took 2 during the first quarter. He had a seizure on the field because I remember sitting next to him. We was talking. I was like, "You good?" He's kind of shaking, but I'm like, "Man, this is football, Riddell. You played it, just some weird motherfuckers playing football." And then we go on the field, the first play of the drive, nice little. It's crazy. I remember everything about this 15-yard gain. And then he's the only one laying on the ground. He's just seasoned, like some shit that you're seeing like on a TV show, like the foam coming out. And I was like, damn. And ever since that day, when we found out what caused it, I never like, sure, like I was like, I don't even touch this shit, like, because I can't. Seeing that firsthand was crazy to me.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Drinking energy drinks before a football game is wild to me. To be honest, I don't know why you need energy drinks for that. I mean, I guess everybody has their own process. The only reason why I drink energy drinks is to stay up while I'm on the drive. But no, that's wild. That's wild. I didn't drink energy drinks for a minute. I started drinking like sugar-free Red Bull recently. I don't even drink that much, but I drink coffee too at times. I'm very productive. I do a lot throughout the day, so sometimes I drink a little bit to keep myself up. But nothing crazy. Not nothing compared to my road trip where I almost killed over. That would have been a tough freshman orientation. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't do energy drinks really. Coffee every now and then. I stay energized.
I don't even drink coffee. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, I don't even have coffee like once a week or anything. It's really just once in a blue moon when I need it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm definitely on that caffeine stuff. I be grinding. You got to keep yourself up. And that's just me, man. I just got to keep myself up sometimes. Or take a 15-minute nap. That's a good alternative. 15-minute naps as well.
I feel like 15 minutes ain't enough, though. Like, you're just teasing me with a nap right now.
You'd be surprised. I think you can get a solid re-energizing if you set the timer 15 minutes and then you're good. Like you'd legit be surprised. But of course, Miles side they'll come in when they are able to. Quite a bit to talk about. Well, I guess the first thing to kind of bring to the table, we always talk about the polls. We put out a poll with our recent debate. I think is who had more aura, Gojo or Sun Jinwoo. We had that little debate, that little back and forth, and the results were 59% on the right side of history. Gojo had more aura than Sun Jinwoo. 41% said Sun Jinwoo. Shout out, man. Shout out being on the right side of history.
Jinwoo's best moments aren't there yet. Like, when he, I don't actually know. I'm not saying because I'm gonna start spoiling. So his best moments aren't there yet.
Moments aren't there yet either.
Exactly. And I feel like we have a community that does read manga and webtoons, so they probably had the knowledge when voting.
Oh, and real quick, can you put like a spoiler thing on my screen real quick?
Got you. Real quick. Spoiler alert about what though?
Gojo real quick, just in case.
JJK spoiler.
Yeah. And also the fact that Gege basically said, "Yeah, Gojo lost the plot armor. Yeah, so he got some more of his aura back from that. Because he basically said, yeah, Gojo lost because it needed to happen, and yeah, I guess in the story, Gojo just didn't think that it would happen, so he died. Nigga, what? Yeah, no, Gojo got his aura back. Fuck you, Gege.
I feel bad for Ty. I wish Ty was here so y'all could go back and forth.
The memes have been flying for weeks about that. Ever since he said that interview, they're like, Gojo fans been going crazy.
Hey man, he is King Aura of the new generation. And the crazy thing is, how many like mangaka have said the same thing? Oh, I didn't know how to beat this guy, so I came up with some bullshit. Like Gojo, Madara, Yuha, like come on. I'm sorry. These mangaka need to lock in at some point.
At least Gege was honest. He's just like, yeah, Gojo just needed to lose. But if he was fully aware, he would have survived that slash. But I kind of had to write it so he didn't. Cool. Cool. I'm cool with that.
Yuji got a Mickey win. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, so Gojo being a fraud, nah. I don't want to hear it.
Well, I guess the first thing we can start talking about right off rip. I lost all my respect for the NBA. I lost all my respect for the NBA. Now, initially, when I was like, oh, yeah, there's some coincidence here and there. I never took it too much into mind. I was like, yeah, some team, Chicago getting the first pick to get Derrick Rose. Okay. LeBron, the Cleveland Cavaliers getting the first pick to get LeBron. Okay. But then I'm like, it started getting too much. And then Wemby went to the Spurs. I'm like, all right, come on. And then Dallas, 1.8%. Gets Cooper Flag? Nah, NBA, you're cooked. Nah, it's over. It's rigged. It's GG's, man.
A chance.
No, I started laughing when I saw it. I started laughing. I couldn't believe it.
So y'all see, I'm my bad, y'all. I'm late. I had probably a top 5 nap, bro. The way that I got off work, as I was lay down for a little second, I started writing after this, and then I woke up and it was like 9 o'clock. I said, "Oh wow." I've always had this take about sports. Why fiction is over sports. In fiction, we have an understanding that the people that we most likely want to win will win in the end. That's why people gravitate towards fiction. Is an escape from reality. But listen, man, sports is the real world. The real world sucks. Bad people win all the time in sports. People that you hate are gonna win. The people that, sometimes injuries happen. It's like, wow, that's how this is how this series is gonna go. Sports. Hey, man.
I just wasn't surprised, but ironically, I've never thought about this fan base ever in my life. I felt really bad for like the Wizards. They never get anyone.
Wizards,
like they never
Hornets, all 3 of those teams never get a first pick.
Like at least the Jazz had like Malone and Stockton. Name me the last great Wizards player. If you say Bradley Beal, you're trolling.
John Wall. Yeah. John Wall.
Are we putting?
We're talking about great Wizards players.
Okay, fine.
Are you talking about Hall of Fame caliber Wizards players?
Yeah.
Wes
Then I don't. Yeah, Wes Unseld.
And by the way, I guess in a weird way, shout out to Dallas because they get both Page and Cooper Flag to go to that city. And the first Page highlight, they're like, "Hey, Page better calm down before she get traded," because, I mean, what a way. Because even guys who've been watching the NBA forever, Bill Simmons is like, "Come on." Ryan Russillo, who don't invest in that. Even I understand, like Nick Wright saying, "Why would the NBA do this?" I'm like, "Why? Come on." Okay, you can chalk it up.
You're just protecting the company at this point, bro.
Exactly.
It's very obvious. LeBron, Kyrie, like everybody's like, all right, bro.
At least LeBron one makes sense because the Cavs were the worst team in the league the year before they got LeBron, right? So they had the biggest chances to get him.
I don't know if I told you this, but I actually do think sports is kind of rigged, like just in general. That's why a lot of times I do see sports as entertainment, but I do think to a degree it's rigged.
Yeah,
just in general.
The NFL is not I think like the licensing under it. It's not for a sports league. It's for an entertainment league. They can NFL can legally like tamper with their games and not get prosecuted for it because they're under entertainment. Not saying that they do that. I'm not a whole conspiracy theorist person like Riddell is right now, but
it's not a conspiracy. The NBA is rigged.
If the NFL wanted to rig their games or make things lean a certain way, they legally could do that because it's entertainment.
I mean, I will never say something is a rigged in the game. I know there's a lot of conversations about certain refs from like the Kings-Lakers game back in the day. I'm not going to go that far, but if the NBA had the opportunity, especially with the lottery in particular, to ensure certain teams get certain players, that is so much easier to rig versus doing it immediately. So there's too much coincidence. At some point, we got to call a spade a spade. The NBA rigs the lottery for certain teams that they want to get certain picks.
Riddell, I think they said that like for the NBA lottery, like they actually do it like 20 minutes. They actually like.
Yo, are y'all hearing that?
What is that? What was that?
Are you, Miles?
What?
Yeah.
I would say I'm on mute, so I don't know.
What is that?
It sounded like some drums. I don't know.
I don't
know.
Oh,
but I think
I'm locking down everything. Make sure it wasn't me.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was.
It's gone now. But no, I think they do like the actual like calculations like 20 minutes before the actual live show. So like, I think only like a few select people are allowed to know it, including like some media people.
I heard it again. I don't know what that is.
I swear to God, it's not me.
Miles, do you hear a drumming type sound?
My mic is muted.
But did you hear the drumming sound?
I don't know. No.
It could. Well, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
If it happens again, we'll figure this out. But continue. Wait, who was talking? Lonnie, you were talking?
Yeah. No, but they do it all before the thing. So like Nico Harrison like reacting like that, he was already informed that they won like 20 minutes before the actual live thing. So I don't know why he was acting like they were all whatever. But yeah,
gotta play it up for TV, man. Gotta make it seem like it's genuine. Come on now.
But I ain't gonna hold y'all. If Luka doesn't win a chip with the Lakers and Cooper Flag pans out, it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look, I'm being dead. So it's gonna look really bad.
It's not even Luka's
fault.
Let me clarify. I don't think it should. Right? I'm talking from the media perspective. The media already, when the Lakers lost, it was like, is Nico right? Like they lost one.
You know how many titles I saw with that freaking?
No, it's so crazy because I said Riddell, if they lose, that Nico door's gonna spin up, and Riddell was like, he was like, I hope it doesn't come. I'm like, bro, if they lose, especially if it has something to do with Luka, like he has bad defense, something like that, they're gonna kick him. They've been cooking Luka and saying Nico ain't that crazy for like a couple weeks now.
Yeah, but people giving Nico credit for winning the lottery does not make sense.
No, no.
It doesn't.
Lonnie, I agree. I'm just saying what's gonna happen. Like, I don't think
it's not from the perception. Ty is completely correct. All these clickbaity MFers trying to go on the internet saying Nico is right. Was Nico right all the time? Was Nico genius all the time? Yo, that shit pissing me off.
Nico cook.
Let them draft Cooper Flag and let them be like a top four seed. Let them play. Oh, matter of fact, let them be one of the best defensive teams next year. Let them be a solid. They're going to know the context that they get AD. They're going to know that context because AD will make them a much better defensive team. They're going to ignore that. They're like, well, he did get AD.
Yeah, they're not going to be. They're not going to be a playoff team because of Cooper Flag.
I completely agree. I'm just saying what the narrative going to be, man. Narratives are nasty.
They're already a playoff team before.
I'm saying was on the team. They'll have Kyrie. They'll have AD. Derek Lively will be back.
Y'all are completely right.
Gafford might not be back. He might leave.
Well, we'll see when Kyrie comes back because he tore his ACL, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So he'll miss a good portion of the season.
Kyrie, no, I think he'll be back before. I think they said Kyrie's gonna be back around like November, December.
And save it till Christmas. Like
not a lot of time, but
yeah, that's not even before All-Star break, so that's plenty of time.
That is ultimate. I mean, when you look at it at the it's just crazy when you look at the history of the NBA. LeBron, Derrick Rose, Zion Williamson for the AD trade. We got Wemby, we got Luka. It's just insane when you go. Every generational player goes to an exact team that the NBA wants them to go to. It's insane. It's not right. It's not okay. That's nasty work by the NBA. NBA lost my respect.
I mean, look, the reason I never bristled at those things, like that's just content. They need stuff to fill out a day, like I write, because then I can't wait for the first person who says straight up, real talk, Nico was right. Because guess what? The only reason Nico is not fired is because the owner was in it too. He can think about the certain circumstance that got Luka traded. A new owner, the owner reportedly wants to move the club to Vegas. They don't really even the owner when the owner came on and talked, you don't understand the game of basketball to make the statements that you're saying. You don't understand it well enough. You just never trade Luka. Like Lowe said it. Luka could be doing crack before games. It don't matter. You don't trade him. Because if he's not in shape and he's doing what he's doing, now imagine if he gets in shape and and then he's going to be even better. So
I think also
y'all broadcasting that foolishness.
I think that the reason why Nico also isn't getting, and I hate when people do this, is that Nico does have a point. Mm-hmm. That Luka is not a good defender. Like he has a point. But listen, man, villains have points a lot of time in anime. Don't make them, but that doesn't mean that the conclusion they're coming to is correct. Villains have points all the time.
No,
yeah. So I think when people take that, well, he is right that Luka's not a good defender, and you would need a good defender for a championship. That's correct, but it doesn't mean your conclusion should be your conclusion. I don't know, man.
Oh man, the only thing that kind of made everything like somewhat better now that I've deleted the NBA app. I'm so disappointed with the NBA.
So the app is crazy.
Hey man, I haven't been this pissed in a very long time. I'm just saying I haven't been this angry in a very long time. But the only shining light is them New York Knicks are about to beat the Boston Celtics. That's the only
go Nico Harrison,
light, man.
Go Nico Harrison. Luka's a bum on defense.
Why you hate? I'm not even coming at you. Why you hating so hard?
Because I'm a Celtics fan. And we just lost our light skinned brother.
Thank God I'm free from the oppression of the Celtics. Thank God.
Did they officially confirm?
I live for this.
We won one time, and y'all niggas are.
But like Lonnie, as a default Lakers fan back in the Kobe days, I'll never like the Celtics. But
default Lakers
not you in particular, but certain conversations, Chilltown, where he put Tatum at. Hey, shout out Tatum for the injury.
We're talking about one old nigga.
No. There was many more people that put Tatum in crazy conversations. So, hey, man.
Niggas get injured every day, B. I'm just glad New York could do it. Goodbye.
I really like a Achilles tear in the second round of the playoffs. Like, bro,
He missing all the next
Y'all are
season
cooked. That's
in his
it.
prime. And they gotta sell off the whole team because they're in the second apron.
Facts.
They want to make some money.
They should still
apparently
be
we're
playing.
linked to the Spurs.
It was a success. They got one ring out of it. It was a success.
The team's still good. It just depends on who they sell off, right?
Porzingis,
Yeah, Porzingis.
Porzingis is out of there.
Drew Holiday as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Probably
those are
keeping
the
Derek
big
White,
ones.
though.
I think they keep Derek
I
White.
think they keep Derek White.
They
too.
keep
He's pretty
Pritchard.
cheap. He's not that expensive.
They keep Pritchard.
But I'm fine with
Horford, like, how long can he keep going?
Because apparently
I don't know, bro. He ages like.
He's playing well for his age, though.
Yes, he's very good at whatever, almost 40. Like crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out Al Horford. He aged very well.
But stop making me sad about the Celtics. What's the next topic?
Well, hey man, we had to clear the air. Shout out the Knicks. No shade, but the Knicks deserve some love over here. I've been messing with the Knicks since Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart. I watched their podcast. I was like, you know what? I fuck with these boys. I'm rooting for the Knicks. So shout out the Knicks
podcast out there.
Hurt.
Yeah, their podcast is so entertaining. I love when they come on. I was already a Karl Anthony Towns fan too. I've been a Towns fan for a few years, so yeah, I'm glad they're doing what they're doing. Miles, how is it over there in New York?
Nigga, it's crazy. When they won last night, I went downstairs. Niggas were cooking out. Music was playing. Got me a little burger. Vibed out. This niggas across the street bumping music right now. New York summer, there's nothing like it, man. It's always turned. Knicks going to the finals, so you know it's gonna be super turned.
They are going to finals. They better beat them Pacers. We here.
Riddell, I hope y'all win.
Halliburton hooping though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Miles, I hope y'all beat us by 50. You know why? Because if y'all beat us tomorrow, because the game's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all beat us tomorrow,
Yeah.
half of y'all gonna burn the city to the ground. So I'm there for.
We not.
I'm here for it. Yeah, it's gonna turn to Gotham real quick. It
is gonna be bad. First conference finals in a real long time. It's gonna be
win. I hope y'all win the whole thing. I hope y'all win.
Well, I don't live in New York, so that's a Miles problem, right?
When Brooklyn was doing well, it was surprisingly extremely rowdy too. But with the Knicks, it's gonna be crazy.
And this is like conference finals. Not even Brooklyn could do that when they were with Kyrie. So
I hope y'all win the whole thing. So the whole city just burns. That's what I need. That's what I need. That's what I need. Yeah, go Knicks. Go Nova Knicks.
Nasty, man.
Sad.
It's about New York's about to have its own purge, and I'm here for it.
Purge is nuts.
Purge is nuts. But all right, let's start off with the first topic of the day. We can start right off, Rip. All right, do we want to talk anime or do we want to talk the topic that people put in the Discord for us to talk about? What do you guys want to start with?
What's the topic in the Discord?
They want us to talk about the AMP situation.
The what?
I don't know nothing about
AMP.
that.
So we can cover since this will be real quick. We'll cover it real quick. Miles, you're muted right now. So AMP, a very prominent, probably the biggest one of the biggest black group YouTube channels right now with Kai, Duke, Agent, Chris, and apparently, and I don't follow the drama, but someone put in the Discord, so they want us to give our 2 cents. Apparently, Phantom got kicked out of the group. And then now there's a lot of drama, like what is going on? Is this real? So anybody you've been following that situation?
I've never seen any of their videos, so I don't know.
I've seen their stuff from time to time, but didn't someone say that like Phantom does this stuff like every year around this time, or he does something around this year every time?
Like
he said he's not part of the group anymore,
or he does like some type of antic or whatever, and like, yeah. And I thought Kai Cenat said that it was cap and that he was lying or whatever.
They said it's cap, it's fake. He left. Okay, what's the truth? Did he leave or is it fake?
I thought it was fake.
Wait, did who leave?
There's no confirmation.
So Phantom just made a post about him getting kicked out and then him losing the socials, and apparently he's not kicked out. I'm not gonna lie, that I don't know why they're having so much complicated situations around this group, but hey, that's what happens when you have a group like this making this much money and have this much clout.
I
Especially with
couldn't
what
live with
Kai's
all
trying
y'all
to
in the
do.
same house. One of y'all would die in like the first week.
Yeah, you.
Probably random.
What did I do?
It just seems right. Like you'd probably just be the first one to go.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Well, to pivot from that,
Right, Miles?
Hey, I kill you. That's probably gonna be Riddell.
Yeah, right.
Nah,
I
don't
got a
cop
fire
out now. You said my name for a reason, Lonnie. You said my name first for a reason. Stand on that. I was chilling.
Okay, I don't really know what's the truth, but there's another pivot thing that we should entertain as well. Kai creating something called Streamers University. That is something big that's been talking about. People have been making social media posts about trying to join Streamers University and all that jazz. What do we think about that?
I think the idea is pretty cool. I mean, I obviously I don't know that much about Kai Cenat, but the idea to try and, I guess, in a lack of a better term, put people on, and you guys had a great conversation on the group chat that I was going to ask you guys about because I don't know that much about it. I have seen a few people saying I want to be a part of it. I think it's the ability to do something, make a lot of content, especially for, I guess, smaller creators, to really get a jump start. If you have Kai Cenat on one of your videos, it's going to give you a lot of attention, and and hopefully you learn something there, because if I remember correctly, he said he's trying to get a lot of big streamers to be a part of that, right?
I think they're going for like all ranges, but
Grassroots, everybody.
yeah. I may have posted my little Instagram. But apparently people are mad that like he's only bringing in like black creators, and so someone commented like, "Oh, so they want DEI now."
That's I'm mad. That's funny, but like that's so nasty. Oh my goodness. L joke, man. L racism, man. Hey, it's so nasty, but I'll say this: like for me, when it comes to the Stream University, I like the concept. I mean, but I just stand by the idea. I have to see it to believe it. I just don't have faith that Kai can run it properly. I don't know if he has the maturity to run that. So that's my biggest concern. Like this could just be a situation where it's like all we show up, all of it's just clout, all just clout.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe that's a good thing, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm with Riddell. I just think it's content farming. Like he hasn't shown any abilities to like cultivate or like nurture talent. Just because you can make a career out of something yourself doesn't mean you can help somebody else do it. So I'm not really confident in it as a whole, outside of the aspect of like publicity, clout, and just creating content. I don't know if he's going to actually be teaching people long-lasting skills to like create a career like out of this university thing.
Isn't a part of streaming like a little bit of personal charisma? Like not everybody can do it. So like Kai, from the clips I've seen, I've never watched one of his streams, but the man is very charismatic.
For sure.
Like the fact that I look at his Elden Ring stream, who just thought, oh, I can't beat this boss, I'm gonna go get a licensed therapist to come talk to me on stream to help me beat this boss. Even me, I would never think of that. That stuff matters. You can't, I don't know if you could teach somebody to be more charismatic if it's not who they truly are.
I will say that charisma's then Kai is very entertaining. I agree, and he has a lot of creative ideas, which I respect. But content is only one part of this. There's the business part, the business part, as well as the human part. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again: that content creators, I know the general idea is that they shouldn't have this level of responsibility, but they do. They just do. They influence a lot of people. So all that taken into account, it's just tough for me to see that Kai's still very young. I think he's not even over 23, maybe.
Nope.
For him, the idea of him being able to manage and run all these personalities as well as teach them, just because you have the talent, like you said, sometimes you can't teach that talent. We see that with NBA players all the time. They don't know how to explain the sport. They're just good at the sport. So yeah, it could definitely be one of those things. Definitely curious. Aiden sucks. I hate Aiden. So
Tragic.
yeah, that downfall is crazy.
We were arguing about that today. That's why he said that.
I feel like the negatives of Stream University way outweigh the positives right now. Because we remember when he's like, "Oh, I want to do something for the hood," and gave out PS5s, and I saw a motherfucker shut down a borough, basically.
Bro, that situation was crazy.
Well, going to New York was the wrong idea.
Yeah, that was just the wrong idea. It was handled properly.
And it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. They didn't take the proper precautions before planning something like that.
Exactly. And that plays into the idea is cool. The execution, being able to do it all, that's where he's lacking. Maybe he has to hire the right people, but
I think the fact that he announced it like this and all the shows that he did learn from him, he did learn something from the PS4, PS5 thing. But I'm saying I think somebody else is setting all this up for him, and he's just the face of it. That's the way. If I was him, that's the way I would do it. Because even if you thought this up yourself, you can call Grambling, because I heard it's at an HBCU. Why would Grambling just let you rent out their university for a couple of days or for a weekend in the summer without showing you have any kind of oh my God, Donovan Mitchell just drained a nasty 3, but any kind of foresight and planning and how are you going to feed all these people? Like, where are they going to park in terms of liability, Miles? The liability itself is so crazy to me. Like, and then the fact that he was smart enough in his announcement to say females are going to be over here, men are going to be over here. Because co-ed dorms, hell no.
And with the people I'm expecting to be there,
hell no.
I'm just saying, hey man, it can get pretty wild out there. You know what I'm saying? We see, even though I don't watch AMP all the time, I be seeing them clips with people like Duke. I know what he be doing. He
Duke,
be out there.
I got a quick question about Duke. Why do people like him? He feels like one of the most aura people I know, that people just like him. I'm just asking. I don't watch any of his content. It just feels like he thrives off aura and people really like him.
He's a cool guy, man. That's all it is. Cool guy, nonchalant. That type of attitude. Kind of like Sun Jin Woo, you know what I'm saying?
I speak with my eyes and my face sometimes. That's my bad.
Oh man. But the thing is, when you said random, he should hire someone. The problem with that too is like, then at that point, it's not your idea. Someone else is taking control, and you don't know if they're doing it the way you want them to do it. So that's another layer. Like, that's why if you have such a big ambition, having someone else do the idea that you created, is that really your idea at that point? So,
from what you've seen, can Kai Cenat really pull off something like this?
Okay, so this is why I said this, right? Mm-hmm. So when it comes down to the execution of something like this,
wow, you missed all 3? Sorry.
The idea that you put out, I at the very least believe, that's why I like to take control of a lot of things that I do.
This is what we argued about today, low-key.
You say what?
I said this is what we argued about earlier today, low-key, but continue.
Okay. So when it comes down to someone who has an idea and an ambition and a purpose behind the idea, if you have someone else do it, there's that potential threat that they will either do it wrong, they'll take control without your know-how, and then there's a lot of things that at that point, the idea, the thing that you created is now out of your control because someone else is spearheading. So that is a big concern when you hire someone to do, like, you can hire someone to help with certain things and, hey, you get this, and that's fine. Like, manager is fine. But if they're the one doing everything, that's when it gets dangerous.
I guess maybe I said the wrong thing. Like, I think maybe Kai Cenat should lift maybe max 50% of this, because I think the idea is very ambitious, you know? And like by the way, who the hell typing like that?
Miles is a heavy typer, man.
Bro, beating up his space bar. He ain't even listening. But in terms of trying to make this endeavor, like think about all the things that I asked earlier. Okay, where are they staying? Food, liability. What if they start destroying property? Like all these things. There's no way a guy, if he's not even 23 years old yet, unless he's super like locked in, he just doesn't know these things. That's why I'm saying he should have
Definitely
a very
need help.
competent second in command on that. That's
Yeah,
where I
for
was going.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Because
Let's see if he can even hire the right people too. That's another thing, like recruiting, hiring the right people. Ultimately, wait and see if this does work out. Great. Don't wish it to fall. I just don't have that trust in Kai to be able to do something like that. Very creative, but there's another level when you do something like this.
And I had a question for Miles.
Yo,
What if this ends up being just a fully black event because of all the people he's inspiring? Will that make him look really bad?
why would it make him look bad?
I think you already said, people have already said, hey, how come he's not he's only inviting black creators?
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck. Okay.
I
No,
don't
and this is what I was getting at earlier in the group chat. Every other and I love everybody, people in the chat, but every other group of people is allowed to do their own shit and be as inclusive or exclusive as they want. And whenever it comes to us doing our shit, we gotta open the door and let everybody in.
Yeah, it's always the black people making the sacrifice.
If Kai Cenat want to handle his shit this way, he's putting the money up front. He's assembling the team. He's doing the labor. He's entitled to do the shit how he pleases. And if it means no white creators, oh well. Y'all can make your own streamer university. Y'all got XQC. Y'all got Aiden. Y'all got Trainwrecks. It's a lot of streamers that could do it if they cared about y'all. Go call them.
Although I agree, if he wants to do it this way, he can. I don't care, like, at all. If that is your intent, you got to make it clear. I feel like it's not appropriate to have a situation where you make it seem like anybody could join, but only a specific group of people can join. Because at that point, people are like doing all this work to join, but they have no chance of being a part of it.
Niggas do that shit in real life. Tough.
And that's I'm saying all across the board, it's not okay. If you just gonna say this is for black creators, then just say that. Just say it. I'm cool with it.
Riddell, I feel you, and I get you from like a morality standpoint. It's the right thing to do, and all of that. We live in the real world, my nigga. Get it out the mud, for sure.
I ain't mad at what you said.
I don't care.
I don't care either way. I mean, you do what you got. You do what you got to do. I hope. Look, I hope this works, because that means maybe an RDC could be like, let's do this for, let's see if they can do something like this, and create a fostering. Because right there, like from Ninja did a masterclass. That was his involvement to the community, and from what I heard about his masterclass, it was not good. It was not good at all for his secret to streaming, and so look, it's just up to the individual creator, because this is so ambitious to me, Miles. The more and more I kept thinking about it, this is so ambitious. And if he knocks us out the park, the amount I think of money the next time he announces something like this, if they see that he can host it himself, I could see YouTube being like, all right, bet, or Twitch be like, bet, we'll be the ones to put up some money to help you, or something like that. Like real big sponsors could come in and help this out to make it an even better event.
Very possible. I mean, we've seen groups like that get very interesting sponsors and stuff like that. I mean, we got the Sideman having a whole show on Netflix, for example, because of their creative idea. Last question, then we can move on. Over, under, a scandal will happen at this event.
Over. Right now, Kai Cenat has shown me, I just have no ability that the one thing I'm going to hear from this is that, wow, this was a very well-run event. Over. Absolutely over.
I have the under. Outside of the New York thing, I think everything else has really just been gassed, and that was years ago. Wasn't it like 2 years ago at this point? It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, he hasn't had big events like that.
Yeah.
Other than the New York thing.
I mean, he's had plenty of big streams. He's had plenty of other events. I think he's recording a movie right now with Kevin Hart and Drewski. Like, he's grown up since 2 years
ago. Not watching that movie.
I mean, that's. Go ahead, Miles.
I'm gonna say big over. I think at a floor, at least him and the content creators don't have any drama or any extracurricular activities or anything crazy going on. But when you're at a HBCU and that type of environment, you have a lot of fans around. That's their demographic. There's bound to be some sort of scandal happening.
Especially what I've heard about ANP. And if Duke graces that place with his presence, women will start passing out or following him everywhere. From what I've seen of them.
I mean, it's the truth. Like, memes aside, it's the truth.
Yeah,
it is 100% the truth.
By the way, Indiana just won. They're going to the conference finals. The Cavs missed.
Knicks going to the finals.
The Cavs missed.
Gotta do their thing.
God did.
The Cavs missed 6 free throws in the last minute.
OG about to put Hallie in clamps. Oh, we here, man. All right. Next thing that I want to talk about. Let's go right into 2B Hero X, the anime that is taking everybody by storm right now. Episode 6 has recently dropped. What's up?
Before y'all glaze, I want to complain.
Okay.
They can't keep using deaths as a cliffhanger.
Exactly.
It's getting old.
Death?
What?
Yeah, people getting killed. I'm sorry. They
did
that 3 out of the 6 episodes. So
it's too many times.
Fair enough.
The
first one was
the first one was magnificent.
The first one was a trick, though. It was to make you. It did it, and it didn't actually happen, and then it happened later on. So.
And I thought the Esol one, or in the one in the last episode, rather, I thought that was really good too. Mm-hmm. It kind of sets up the mystery about Esol and all of that. And then you got this third one where it's like, damn, now like, come on, my nigga, his homie had to die now. Like, come
on. I'm so curious now that I've caught up to how they're gonna tell Esol's story. Because the way what I did, I just rewatched all 5, mm-hmm. And Nice's portray is like, here's the world of 2B Hero X. Here's how everything works. Now it's making me think that every other hero is going to showcase a portion of this society. Like, I think the OG Esol's like, I'm ready to give this mantle up. The way he just sounds, bro, just like he don't care no more. Like bro is just going through the motions.
It don't sound like you don't care. That nigga sounds like a bad guy to me.
See, I like how you said that. All right, I'm gonna put this out there because I already brought this up before, but now it's confirmed basically, and then I'm gonna be right back. The whole thing about the first 4 episodes being the ending of the anime is basically confirmed. It's confirmed. So moving forward, the story is gonna be going linear, and then we're gonna revisit those last 4 episodes with Ling Ling and the Commoner. And
I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, it all starts with Esol. And if you've watched the character PV with me and Lonnie, Esol's story is wild. So this is gonna get crazier. And the fact that it's starting with Esol, and then the idea is that Esol, and if you notice, they haven't really been talking about X, and they're talking about Esol like he's like the biggest hero in the society. I think a lot of our preconceived notions of this whole story has been completely wrong.
Yeah. For sure. The first episode to me proved that. For sure.
Fair. Very
it's
fair.
Like, from what I got from some of the reactions and things like that, like, this is my synopsis. Like, X, like, yeah, he's like the number 1 guy, but in terms of like what we saw with the trailers for this nigga, I'm pretty sure he like also just saved the world, or like that's what he's known for. Like, back, I guess, when he became super famous, is saving the world. So I think with Esol, I agree with Miles. Like, I don't think he's necessarily a good guy. Like, he kind of just seemed like he's more, because I think they asked him, like, are you still doing hero work, or are you just doing promotion stuff now? Because he didn't care that like someone was like pretending to be him and stuff like that. He cared about, my 10th anniversary for my action figure.
I don't even think he cared about that. I
think
that was
the
manager.
You don't give a fuck about that.
That was the manager. That was not him.
I think, and it may be because I'm a One Piece fan, I think it's a common case of misdirection where they're kind of setting up this tension between new and old Esol, and we kind of have these repeated events happening to new Esol, but I don't think it's related to the older one. I think they're different personalities. They're obviously Esol for different reasons. The older one being like a grizzled veteran. They mentioned how he was always fighting, and that's how he made his name, all fighting strong opponents. And, this new Esol is kind of like loved by the kids. He's beloved. There are a lot of scenes that kind of juxtapose their like dynamic. But I think whoever's targeting the new Esol has nothing to do with this old guy. It might actually be these corporations that create these heroes. I'm starting to think. I think the corporation is going to be a way larger like entity in the story than probably any of the heroes.
For sure. And we got to connect something we always have to remember at the end of episode 4. Why did Esol kill Moon? And now it's looking like it's probably the young Esol, not the old one. So, like, in the recent episode, I feel like we got glimpses of this kid. I was like, oh, I'm kind of rooting for you. But when he was inside that room, kind of crashing out, I'm thinking, yo, this kid can be turned into a villain. I truly
we're locked in. I really felt like he was, if it would have continued a little longer, he would have became a villain. I agree with you.
I feel like he's also losing certain things that are going to make him a villain, though. Like this is going to feel like a little inside baseball. I loved this episode because as a seasoned slice of life enjoyer, I recognized a lot of the voice actors, and Miles Rodell, they were used perfectly.
Are you watching dub or sub?
Both.
Oh, okay.
I watch both. So the dub is fantastic.
I agree.
Like they spent a lot of money. Like for instance, for Rodell, you'll appreciate this. The voice actor for Hori from Horimiya, she's the girl that she voices the girl that Esol is his love interest.
Oh,
and
okay.
She plays that kind of, yeah, I want you to make the first move, Miles, kind of girl. Like, yeah, I'm confident I do my own thing, but I still, like she's a more she plays that role so well. And things like that. Same thing with the friend of Esol. I recognize that voice actor, and he was used very well as well. I think this is just like you're showing Esol losing all these different things. I don't know if I agree with you on him being a full villain, but bro moves differently. He's going to be moving way differently than other heroes. That's how I look at it.
What? So I'll say, even if he's not a villain from like an actual malicious standpoint, the vibe that I got of him like crashing out in the room is that, and like you said, to add on what you said, with him losing all these people, if the last thing he has is being Esol, if that ever comes into jeopardy, what would he do to maintain it? That's the kind of vibe I got.
I got you. A big thing that we're not talking about though is that we know that these powers like change your personality. Like we saw with the new Nice, it started making him have OCD and stuff like that. And like with the black guy, how he couldn't sit down. We don't know what Esol's side effect to his powers are. So like if he started going crazy, that might be like when he was like locked up, that could be a part of the whole Esol power thing.
I'm glad you brought that up because like when you see the character trailer of Esol, someone in the comment section, I don't know if he is right about this, but he basically alluded to the idea that the guy he was facing was a former hero called Zero, who got turned into a villain based off people's belief that he is a villain. And that it's very possible that this made Esol bitter from this situation and this circumstance. Especially knowing, like, there's so much layers to it. Not only the villain part, because there's a villain. We all know there's a villain. There was a villain in the first 4 episodes that turned that one dude into God Eye. And then there's a villain who called to kidnap that kid and also kill Esol. So there's an overarching villain. But then there's like Miles said, the corporations, the guys that want to recruit heroes. They have their own ambitions, as well as the fans. So this society is actually so much more messed up than the surface, and how everything's going to intertwine. I'm like extremely invested on how they're going to tell the story. And it's interesting again that all this is happening and they still don't talk about X. Like he has not been brought up once since this anime started.
The more and more I think about it, I think he's newer, or he's like a blast role where you barely see him. But they know every time X is there, the problem is solved. That's why they just have a belief in him. But I had a question. So remember that little montage that they have of Esol, whether he's going to turn. Do you need trust to like get a job in that world?
I think, yeah. I think it's at the very least certain jobs, I would say, yeah.
No, I mean, it makes sense. Like if you want to be a teacher in that world, trust value is important. But like at one point, it's like, how do you even? I can see where some people like, how do you have a trust value of 0?
Because he's an orphan.
Yeah.
That I understand that he's an orphan, but you're telling me he wasn't able to get one person to trust him, even one. I feel like that's kind of hard. Even like obviously I'm not an orphan, but I feel like the fact that he wasn't able to generate any social relationships, which obviously is a problem because he was bullied at one point, but he was bullied because he wanted to be Esau and he doesn't have a trust. But like nobody trusts you at all. Like not even one person that you've come across with your whole life so far.
Well, if you have trouble making friends, especially in that, if it's like Japanese society, you have trouble making friends. He's probably like a shut-in type. So it's like,
but he was out doing the competitions and stuff though, and acting or whatever that,
but
like
that's
on stage plays.
Yeah,
there's probably a certain level, like the trust system. I'm sure they're gonna really deep dive this trust system because it's such a big part of the series, and it's also the biggest problem with the series. So they're gonna have to explain how it worked, why is it like this, and all that stuff. So I'm sure they're gonna dive into it because it probably takes a certain level of trust for you to gain that trust point. Like he didn't gain a trust point until that one kid believed he was Esau. That's when he finally got a point. So it's definitely.
I don't know. I want no parts of living in that world. I'm sorry, no parts.
Well, I'd be gaslighting everybody. I'd be great.
I mean, it's perfectly anonymous to like content creators. You have become a content creator, you fill a certain niche, and you constantly fill that niche, and everybody believes you're this type of individual, and then you have to live up to that standard. Like they do. This reflects society a lot.
By the way, I feel like the fur man. Remember, he was strapped to his bed. Just put that bitch horizontal. You laying down now. like you tell me the fucking hero spot doesn't have enough money to make your bed adjust. I got adjustable base on my bed right now, and my shit's primitive. Like they could get some shit to lay you like, oh no, and then now you're sleeping.
What if you can't?
I'm not saying.
What if you can't lay down at all? Like, what if you can't just can't go down at all?
I feel like for me personally, I needed to hear somebody actually say that. Because what if he like fucking falls over just randomly? You tell me he can't fall over at all? But he can't bend his knees.
Yeah, he can't. Like he can't. I don't think he can fall ever. Like he can't fall.
Yeah, I don't think he can fall at all.
By the way,
he always has to be standing.
Stand firm.
That's fine.
He has to stand.
But I feel like the first night showed you could. I'm asking too many questions.
The first time we see him, he's literally commanded to kneel, and he can't.
Yeah. I'm glad we came first. We didn't understand that at first when we watched it, but then after seeing, it's a sucky power. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, unique. I really like the unique. Whatever this trust abilities are, give you like it's very unique. I really like it, and I like that every power technically comes with a demerit, and being firm man must suck because I know bro just like I just got a little drink, I'm chilling today, somebody hits him, now you gotta walk back, get a new drink, get some new clothes. Yeah, firm man's power is low-key the worst of the series so far.
Is that as bad? Okay, so I was thinking about nice is a big one that will eventually come back into the story. And one thing I'm gonna throw out there before I kind of land here is that I believe that the stuff they're doing with Esau is the same. There's the thing that they tried to do with Ling Ling later on, realizing that we can just create a new nice. I think this Esau was the first step to it, since this is in the past. So I think they learned from this version of Esau to realize, we can actually just copy nice with someone else. They just have to believe he's nice. So I do think this is where it started. But imagine being a character where you always have to be like smiling and happy. How much would that suck as well? Like you can never be like sad in front of people or depressed.
He has to be perfect. Like he can't
exactly.
He can't be upset. He always has to be perfect. So, I can't do that.
That's just in front of people, right? because he wasn't like that when the minute he left the people's gazes. When he was back in his room, he was chilling.
We don't know about the other version though.
I mean, the other version. I mean, we know the other version. He straight up killed himself. So
Yeah, but we even know like the Newtonites, like he said that he was having problems like with OCD, and he didn't have that before, so it was like affecting him outside of the cameras and things like that.
Facts. So yeah, hey man, this one is tough. This wasn't tough. Last thing I'm gonna do, and then we can move on to talk about some One Piece. I decided it'll be a fun exercise. I think we all realize that 2BRX is like one of the best anime we've seen in a while. And more than likely, it's going to be anime of the year. So I did a little exercise and went back in time to look up the animes of the years from the past couple of years based off Crunchyroll. So it's a bit of a 2BRX anime gauntlet. Will this anime be better than these anime? Very simple. First one up. A hard one right off the rip, because more than likely this anime is going to win an anime of the year for 2025. 2BRX or Frieren?
This is tough because I don't know how 2BRX is going to go.
Yeah,
I really enjoy Frieren. I think it's going to barely lose out, in my opinion. But I'll say this: I'm more excited for the future of 2BRX than I am for Frieren, and I already know what's going to happen in the future for Frieren, because of the manga.
So, do you think it'll be better? Yes or no? The anime, from what we've seen from Frieren, and our speculation for 2BRX.
No, okay. When they put it that way, then yeah, I think 2BRX will be better.
Lonnie, Miles, Ty, feel free to say your answer whenever.
I ain't finished rerun. I'm still watching it, but I think I might like the beginning of 2B Hero X more. So might go with that.
All right.
I'm gonna stand on Frieren.
Okay.
I don't feel like 2B Hero X is getting glazed like Frieren was getting glazed. That's my indicator, the glaze level.
Okay, I respect it. All right, Lonnie, go for it.
I want to say Frieren, but my only issue with Frieren right now is that I don't know what's going on with the author.
Just think about don't think about the entire series, just the anime, what we've seen. Think about the anime, it won anime of the year. That's how you got to think about it.
So if we're not projecting, then I would say 2B Hero X for now.
Yeah, I know, Lonnie, I'm really concerned about what's going on with Frieren. Really concerned.
For the mangaka. My thing is,
he must have been really sick or something. It's been gone for 6 months, Lonnie, more?
I don't even know.
It's been gone for a while, and where it was at in the story, they're reaching the climax of the next arc. Like, for instance, to give you an example, a very powerful person is about to fight for the first time in the series. That's the way it is right now.
Well, it sounds like I shouldn't read the manga anytime soon for sure.
6-month break, bro.
Yeah, that's nasty. As for Frieren 2BRX, this is tough for me. I really, really enjoy Frieren, but I'm also really enjoying 2BRX. This is probably going to be the hardest one we discuss in this entire gauntlet. I will say 2BRX. I feel like 2BRX is going to be a full, complete story, and it's 24 episodes, which that's what it's going to have over Frieren, unfortunately.
Riddell, I'm still, if I'm being honest, I'm still not 100% if it's going to win anime of the year, because there's still like 2 to 3 other animes that
2BRX. Well, 2BRX will have to compete for 2026. Frieren 2025.
Will it be a complete story though? Is it only going to be one season?
No, I don't know. I'm speculating it's only going to be one season.
Okay.
No way. No way.
What
you could do with this world is crazy.
The way they structure it.
If they wanted to, they can do like past, future heroes, past heroes. They can do.
They could. I don't think they will, though. I don't think they will.
I don't know if they will, but no. But Omniscient Reader, that's still supposed to come out sometime in 2026. I mean 2025. and that's being made by Ufotable. And we all know how Random feels about Ufotable.
Yeah, but
Lord
that
of
shit
Mysteries,
ain't playing right now. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, Lord of the Mysteries, I'll give you as like a potential contender. It really depends on like how much they talk about for Omniscient Reader. But if 2BRX is a full, complete story from start to end, I mean, it's very hard to beat a complete story.
They put so much money into this product, and you're telling me Lord of Mysteries is getting more resources,
yeah, it is.
like that's where I'm like, yo,
That's what's crazy.
that's the crazy part about it. Like, it's not even before that. Every episode, I'm like, I can only imagine the amount of money they spent on this.
All right, let's continue.
Funding, which is crazy.
All right, let's continue. 2BRX or JJK season 2?
2B Hero X. 2B Hero X.
JJK, pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm going JJK. That season was too
Like
crazy.
easily JJK.
I'm going 2BRX, and I'm not looking back. I'm gonna be honest. I really like the
Did you ever watch season 2?
I read it. Well, like, what's gonna be different?
That's not the.
What?
It really isn't the same.
That's
The
not
anime,
the same.
the anime takes away and adds stuff
same
to
at
match
all.
the medium. That's what you're missing.
That little stuff is not gonna change my whole opinion about the story.
Okay, but if you read season 2 of Demon Slayer and you didn't watch it, you miss out on a lot. Because that Gyutaro fight is not like that in the manga.
Oh, I've seen the peak fights. Like, I've seen the peak fight with Maharaga versus Gojo. But ultimately, I mean, I'm not an animation glazer. So my thing is, it depends on what the story is saying. So that's what I care about. So in terms of narrative, like season 2, hey, Shibuya is an amazing arc, but it's confirmed to have 2 seasons. Oh, actually, hey, never mind then. If it's confirmed to have 2 seasons, that means the entire thing might not be finished. I'm still gonna go 2BRX. I think it will be better than JJK.
Right now, you're comparing like an anime to manga right now in your head.
It's the same narrative. Like, what? Why are we acting like it's this different material? It's the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, you guys are creating this whole type of different thing. It's the same story.
That's like saying T-Bait, the manga and the anime is the same story. Yeah, it's the same story, but it's portrayed differently.
No, it's not portrayed differently. It's just how you're viewing it is different. As for JJK season 2, I already seen the animation. I already know it's good. I already have that inclination, and I already know T-Bait's animation is not that good. So, like, my opinion is the same. Like, I know exactly what's going on in there. I've seen the animation, seen clips. Like, there's nothing different from seeing season 2 versus reading the manga if I know the animation and I've seen the peak fights.
I see where he's coming from. It's just that I just believe that you gain and lose things whichever way the story is adapted to, depending on the medium. Like an audible of the Sukuna Maharaga fight will not be as good as the manga version of the Sukuna Maharaga fight. And the Sukuna Maharaga fight in the manga is not as good as the anime one. I think there are things that are added, like Nanami getting that little shine in the second season of JJK made him more likable, and he was already pretty likable. He was already one of the best, most popular characters. It just made him more likable. I think those things help.
It can help the track. Slight differences can have slight differences of opinion, but overall, when it comes to the substance of season 2 in the anime and what you read from the manga, as long as it's a pretty one-to-one adaptation, is your opinion that much different?
Question, Riddell: would someone that's only read the Naruto manga judge Sakura the same way as someone that's only like watched the anime of Sakura?
I don't know.
I think that's a very good question. The anime straight up at points, it's like they don't like her and they don't care to not show it anymore. Like the fact that people think that she's a bad mother when the manga, for what I've seen, because I'm starting to read Boruto too, just trying to catch all the way up. That she's such a better person in the manga than she is in the anime.
Yeah, so for Bleach, it's not the same because of how much different material that they do add. So it's not a complete one-to-one. For JJK, I would say it's mostly a one-to-one. Bleach, they add so much material, so it's not the same. I don't know why this is a hard conversation to understand.
We were comparing seasons, and someone just said, "Oh, I read 1,000-Year Blood War, so I know what happens." It's not the same as watching 1,000-Year Blood.
Yeah, when you add a lot of different material, the substance of the story is different at that point. If there's no real if there's only like slight changes that don't make any meaningful difference, then for the most part, the product is the same. Miles, you're muted.
You're muted, Miles.
So you do agree that changes with soccer kind of go into that, then, right?
I can't really say when it comes to the anime or manga because I've never read the manga for Naruto, so I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know what changes you're referring to, so I can't really say. But as for JJK in particular, I don't think there's a meaningful difference between the anime and the manga. So I like if we're going by one examples, I don't know why you guys taking a universal notion based off when I'm talking about a very specific topic. This is not a universal notion. I'm just talking about JJK season 2 and the manga version. They're not that different.
Well, you're not even really talking JJK season 2. You're talking about the Shibuya arc in the manga, like chapters X through X versus.
Well, that's the best part of JJK season 2. That's why I brought up Shibuya.
I think Riddell's saying it was good in the manga, so it's going to be good on anime. So I don't need to watch consistently. Is that what you're going by?
No. What happened in the anime version versus what happened in the manga are not that different to the point where it's a completely different material and different experience.
Okay, so like for instance, if Maharaga found a way to beat Sukuna, you'd be like, all right, then I have to watch
completely. Yeah, that'll be like, oh yeah, I got it. This is a whole different narrative.
Okay.
I gotta check this out.
Okay.
Or brought up the latest Demon Slayer season because like that's totally because that's like what a few pages in the manga.
Yeah, it's like 95% of that shit was new content.
Oh yeah, new content. Then yeah, that's different. If it's new content, that's why I said with Bleach, and that's different.
Niggas really had a Tanjiro, Obadai fight low key, and people were like, "Oh shit, it was like this." I was like, "Don't go back to the manga after this.
Yeah,
don't go back."
That's why if they could do something really special for Demon Slayer and Bleach and legit change the ending. Like it would legit be a different story.
They have to. Riddell, they have to. Because ain't no way you're selling me giant baby Muzan, bro.
No, that's a fact.
Respect, baby Muzan.
Nigga, fuck baby Muzan. How about that, my nigga?
All right, let me finish up this gauntlet. So, Miles, you haven't answered yet. 2BRX or JJK season 2?
Like, what do I think is gonna be better?
Do you think 2BRX will be better than JJK season 2, basically? Because that won Anime of the Year in 2024.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, but they'll be okay. 2BRX, this one hurts my heart. Attack on Titan final season part 1.
2BRX.
AOT, man.
If they got all of that in like one season, consecutively, absolutely, I'd pick Attack on Titan.
That's also why I'm picking 2BRX. But it depends. Like, I really think we're gonna get so many shocking things. If it all was one season, I would say Attack on Titan. But it's only part 1, so I'll say 2BRX.
What even happened in part 1 of the final season?
That's when what's his name? Aaron attacked the rally, right? Am I tripping?
Final season. Wait, I forget. They call it
like five seasons.
They do like 5 final seasons.
I thought that was a big part of it when he just pops out.
Is that? Are you honestly, Brandon? I have no idea. 4. What happened in final season part 1? I have no idea.
Just off that 2BRX. We don't even
you know what? Facts. I hate the fact that they do all that. That actually pissed me off.
Once that shit was successful, and then Demon Slayer, hey, hold my beer. We about to do movies.
Everything before the final Aaron. But what is everything?
They split that up like into 2 parts. That's what.
All right, 2BRX or Jujutsu Kaisen, Anime of the Year 2023.
Season 1, JJK.
Yeah.
2BRX
as well.
JJK.
You're not rocking with 2BRX, Ty?
He just trying to be different.
It's cool.
Okay. All right. That tells me all I need to know.
Bro, Matt, it's low-key a better My Hero Academia, but let me stop.
Hell no. No. Fuck no.
He hate on it because they know Bakugo yet.
Nah,
Watch till they make. Watch the 2 Hero X Bakugo. That shit finna be fire. You gonna be like, I don't know. I was hating, but now I'm in.
My here's just a better story.
Beat the nigga into the urinal.
Oh, yo, when you meet that dude, that is me and Lonnie talked about it. He's literally the Bakugo of the 2 Hero X universe. But we'll see him
into a urinal. That was crazy.
beat the brakes out of him. He said, "I thought you were a hero."
Hey, Ty about to be locked in when he gets to those episodes. Let me stop.
It's like, I thought you were a good guy.
Like, I don't need to be a good guy to garbage like you and just beat the brakes off of him. Like, yo, he was on demon time. He is a demon.
The crazy part is he's not even going to be like, you know what, Luther? You know what, Random? You were right. He's not going to fucking say that when we get there. And that's going to make me mad.
All right, 2BRX or Demon Slayer? Season 1.
2B Hero X.
Same.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
I need to hear. I feel like I know what your reasoning. I need to hear it though. Why?
I want to change one of my answers too.
What?
I want to change the JJK season 2 one. I want to say JJK season 2 instead of 2B Hero X.
I feel like I understand Miles' criteria. All right, 3 more. 2B Hero X or Devilman Crybaby?
2B Hero X.
Did anybody even see Devilman Crybaby?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, I dropped it. I was like, no.
Yeah, so I'm not even counting you, Riddell.
I read it and finished it.
Respect.
Hey, man, if I dropped it, that means I obviously didn't like it. So 2BRX.
It's too much for you. I know.
I don't know about all that, but
It's too much for you.
Sure.
Riddell, don't let him shame. Don't let him shame you.
I
want to be watching weird shit.
Like Devilman Crybaby. I'm sorry, because he already doesn't like when it comes like etchy stuff. We're talking about tits biting people's heads off. We're talking about all types of crazy. Watch it on Netflix. Watch the first episode on Netflix and get back to me, Random. You'll be like, yeah, this ain't for
He's not wrong. Like, Liney is very correct, and I just was like, nah, I'm good.
When you see some WG titties eat somebody's face off, they'd be like, yeah, this is like really for Riddell. Nah.
By the way, that's a horrendous way
First
to go.
episode, I'm like, am I on an acid trip? What is happening?
Horrendous way to go.
Wait, all right. So, Lonnie, what are you picking? Devilman Crybaby, 2BRX.
I love Devilman Crybaby. That was fantastic. I'll say 2B Hero X, but it's closer than you think.
2BRX or Made in Abyss?
I don't like talking about Made in the Abyss.
What season of Made in Abyss?
It was season 1, very first one. 2BRX, but Made in Abyss is fantastic. Fantastic. And then last one, 2BRX or Yuri on Ice? 2BRX.
Hey, Yuri on Ice, man.
Man, half of these motherfuckers didn't see that.
All right, next topic.
Yeah, he didn't see it. You see what I mean?
Yuri on Ice.
Bro was trolling. Bro was trolling.
Straight trolling. All right. One Piece. A lot has happened recently in the One Piece universe, and I don't like the end of season 1 of Made in Abyss. Tell us why. Drink more water. Tell us why, of course. Also, make sure you guys. I forgot to put the super chat goal up, but per usual, we hit 5 super chats. We'll drop the link. One Piece. We didn't get really a different anime episode. We had a recap, but we did have a manga chapter that happened in One Piece this week. And is Gabon just him? We'll put One Piece spoiler banner up here for everybody. But is Gabon just him?
For a nigga who I feel like they glazed Rayleigh this whole thing, like Dark King Rayleigh, Dark King Rayleigh, Dark King Rayleigh, and they just mentioned Stopper. He's just there, bro. That nigga's a dog. Like he a dog. He looked like he's still in form out of all of the old niggas. He clearly knows a way to hurt these immortal beings, which I don't think nobody else pretty much has shown they know how to do. I'm fucking with him. I think he's gonna teach our Straw Hat something important this time around. He already tested Luffy and Zoro. Now we're seeing them against Summers. He a cool dude. He cool. I like him more than Rayleigh. That glazed ass nigga. Tired of these right hand men, man. Tired of them.
Well, he's the left-hand man.
No, you get what you know what I mean, nigga.
He's the Sanji of the crew.
I'm done with I'm saying I'm done with like the Rayleighs and the Zoros. I'm done with these niggas. The Sanjis are the cool ones.
Oh, your team Sanji over Zoro?
No, chill out. I like Gabon. I'm just saying he in the same role as Sanji though. But chill out. I like Gabon.
I hear you. Ty or Lonnie, did you guys read the recent One Piece chapter?
I'm like 3 or 4 chapters behind, but I saw what was going on. And I'm not surprised. Like, bro he's usually the old characters that were part of Roger's crew or who were legendary are powerful. That's just a lot of surprise.
True.
Yeah, no, I read it. I'm wondering if it's like another type of hockey or something like that hasn't been introduced yet, or if it's some type of special. It's probably something specific, but no, I'm with Miles a little bit, especially with the right hand people. Outside of Zoro, I'm kind of like someone was trying to argue with me the other day that Shanks' right hand man can probably like solo the admirals and I'm sure some stuff like that. What have you seen him do? What have you seen him do?
Oh, Ben Beckman?
Ben Beckman. He looks cold. I'm sure
because of a data book that said he rivals Shanks. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure he's strong. But if you try to just tell me just off of a data book, oh, he could definitely beat a Kainu. They could get out of my face. But
I mean, he stopped Kizaru from attacking. I'm just saying.
No, he didn't.
I'm sure
he put that. Hey, he said, "You better not."
That nigga Kizaru put his hands up, and when you flip the page on Shonen Jump, the next panel that nigga was attacking. That nigga did not give a fuck about that nigga, bro.
No, but I do like the direction that's going in Elbaf because it really doesn't look like it's going in the Straw Hats' favor, even with Old Man showing up. I do like how the Holy Knights are at least operating right now. Because think about like the fact that like one can just change the directions, everything. The other one has like sleep powers, like sleep conjuration powers and stuff like that. And the other one has, I know it's vines, but this is like, wait, so you're just like a lesser Green Bull. But
hey,
no, I do like what they're doing so far. But I'm wondering like what's really gonna happen. Because I still think like the Straw Hats have to take an L here. They have to take an L.
I'm on the other side of the spectrum of you. I think them holy niggas about to pack their bags.
They better lose.
Yeah. So what really, to go back to Gabon real quick, I didn't think he would have conquerors. The way they glazed Dark King Rayleigh, the second king, all of that, I figured he would be the one with conquerors and Gabon wouldn't have it. Him having conquerors is just crazy to me. That was a curveball I didn't expect. And then as far as like the God Knights, it's kind of similar to when we saw the Elders. Luffy convincingly handled them. I don't know how I feel about Robin kind of putting the beats on Summers. She fucked him up.
Oh, I disagree with that whole notion.
She fucked him up.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. He literally was not doing anything. He didn't take any damage. He
did.
No.
Well, Riddell, that's my point. He didn't take any damage because she doesn't know how to hurt him. That's the problem.
He just wasn't taking her seriously.
Yes, he doesn't need to because he can infinitely regenerate health.
Exactly.
What's the girl?
She's hurting it. She would have hurt him.
Okay, all right.
She caught him off guard. She caught him off guard. He hit her. Ah! He's going flying in anime fashion. He's like, oh shit. While he's regenerating, you're Nico Robin. Oh shit. And then she grabs him again. Backbreaker DDTs that nigga. Huh. I'm like, Robin's putting in work. And then she outsmarts him too by sending the clone down below to kind of keep him away from the scenario. She hits him twice and outplays him once. If he wasn't immortal, she could have defeated him.
So this is where I will bridge the gap. In the sense that in the situation, if we were to look at it from what we saw, where he in that situation would act like that, even if she had hockey or whatever Gabon used to hurt him, then sure. I don't think that way. I think that he thought Robin was such an insignificant threat that he was so focused on what he was trying to do, which was to blackmail the Giants to destroy all their history and focus on this little girl jumping off.
She halted his message.
He kept on doing it once he was able to.
After he shook her.
Yeah, she interrupted him, and then she threw him off, and he was like, whatever. And then he just started again. He just put up a thorn. He's like, all right, hey, throw her off. He didn't care. He didn't even focus on it. He just kept on doing what he was doing. Like, at that point, when you are so unbothered that you just continue what you were initially doing, I mean, that tells you all you need to know in that situation.
I wholeheartedly disagree. We're done with these niggas, bro.
But also, like, Usopp blew one of them in half. Like,
but again, she wasn't bothered.
She was blown in half.
They have a hack.
That didn't do anything to her.
They have a hack.
I know, but okay. So when you're immortal, I'm trying to think of there's probably an example here. I'll have to think about it. But when you're immortal, you know that nothing they do is going to get you any damage. You are careless with the attacks that are going to hit you. We see that all the time with like immortal type characters. And Usopp's attacks, you're like, I'm not bothered.
I disagree. Because even when they were fighting Luffy and they knew Luffy couldn't, the elders, when they knew Luffy couldn't hurt them, they were still very much wary of his attacks. And they knew that he couldn't hurt them.
Yeah, they
but that also played into like Luffy being Joy Boy, and Joy Boy probably beat the crap out of them. So he has the potential.
But they know he can't hurt them though.
But
we don't want to deal with Luffy. We don't want to piss Luffy off.
No, that's fine because he's still Joy Boy. And also they could have the inclination that not even the inclination. They know for a fact that Luffy has the potential to hurt them.
No,
which is
he doesn't.
Joy Boy. That's why. If they met,
Gabon can hurt them, and he's not Joy Boy. What does Joy Boy have to do with it?
That means Joy Boy in the past had the potential. I'm not saying Joy Boy's the only one that can hurt them, but Joy Boy reached the level to where someone like Joy Boy can reach that level.
They didn't mention him. We don't want to piss off Emperor Luffy
because he's Joy Boy.
We don't want to piss off Luffy.
He's Joy Boy.
They don't know he's Joy Boy.
Do they not?
No.
I don't know. I feel like they do know he's Joy Boy.
They've shown that. I don't think they'd be calling him Emperor Luffy. Yeah, the elders aren't regarding him as Emperor Luffy. They're regarding him as Joy Boy.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that the Emperor is the only one that really know about the Devil Fruit.
Yeah, they don't know.
Right. I'm trying to remember. I feel like in the anime, I saw a scene where he looked at him and was like Joy Boy and thought,
the elder.
Okay.
The Holy Knights don't know about Joy Boy. They don't know about Nika.
You don't think they gave him information that he's Joy Boy?
No, because Gunko has an entire wrong perception of Nika. They're telling them what they need to know in order to fulfill their duty. We don't know if it's the truth.
I mean, okay, all right. We're at a kind of standpoint of we don't exactly know what the Holy Knights know. So this is going to be a wait and see type situation. But I do feel like when Luffy does enter the chat, especially Gunko, I feel like Gunko will be the determining factor in realizing that, oh yeah, he's Joy Boy. He's Nika.
They're still regarding him as Emperor Luffy. They don't have any insight on him yet.
Yeah, if they thought
I don't see why they would Joy Boy if his name's Luffy.
The same reason why the elders called them Joy Boy. If they're all in cahoots and they know the same shit, why are we referring them to in different ways?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the elders. I think it's safe to say that the elders know that that's like sensitive information, and they're gonna keep it,
classified.
I mean, think about it. I think aren't the only people that know about Emu are like the elders.
That's it.
Yeah, so like that.
It's hard to say though because
like
I don't agree to that. This is why I don't agree because the Holy Knights have the same immortality that the elders do. We have seen no other characters that have immortality like that. So that I feel like
Brook knew about the Holy Knights though. Brook knows about them. The Holy Knights are more common knowledge than Emu is. Brook knows about the Holy Knights.
Okay, that's fine. The Brook also knows that the elders exist. Like what is? No. I hear what you're saying.
Brook knows the elders exist because he had a direct encounter with them. Brook, without ever knowing who a Holy Knight is, when he was face to face with Gunko, without them knowing what was happening in Elbath, he directly says she must be a holy knight based off of her regenerative powers after Usopp attacked her. They had no prior knowledge of holy knights even existing, and Brook drops that bar. The Straw Hats don't know about holy knights.
Yeah, also to go off of what Miles was saying earlier in terms of like the Holy Knights' knowledge, the Holy Knights came there for the Giants. They didn't know that Luffy.
They had no idea Luffy was there.
They didn't know that the
know.
Pirates were there. So why would they have any information on him being Joy Boy?
Well, that's just information of an individual that is a threat, because Luffy and his crew is a threat. As for the situation for Holy Knights and Joy Boy and all that stuff, and whether they knew about the elders, that again is a more of like a, I'm not really sure. I would have to kind of relook at like that circumstance in particular, in terms of also kind of remembering the elders and their notability and how they were kind of deemed in the world in general. Yes, he definitely interacted with the elders, of course. As for the Holy Knights, I'm not sure the general perception of the Holy Knights, or even how the Straw Hats would even know about them. So I'd have to kind of rethink.
He knew about the Holy Knights without knowing about Emu.
Who?
He knew about the Holy Knights prior to Sabo telling him about Inu. He
The
said
Holy Knights are known as
Knights are going to mobilize. They're commonly known.
They're known as the Celestial Dragon's protectors. That's what they're known.
The Holy Knights are a commonly known force.
They're enforcers for the Celestial Dragons. I think even back when they first went to what's it called underwater. When they
Emu, Joy Boy, and whatever Blackbeard is are like top secret, and Shirahoshi. Those are top secret.
Oh, when Luffy punched the Celestial Dragon in the water area, they said, a Holy Knight might show up.
Because they did say that. They did say that on Sabaody. They did say that.
Yeah. So it's been
okay. All right. I mean, you might be right. Again, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna say might be. I'm not gonna confirm something I haven't looked up. So you might be right. As for the situation when it comes down to the elders, that still doesn't disprove the claim that the Holy Knights do not know about Joy Boy, or were not received the information, or do not know about Emu. So as for what they do know, what they don't know, the perception of Luffy, that is something we will find out, or won't find, or more than likely will find out in this Elbaf arc. And I do think that when it comes to the Holy Knights, that when it comes to Luffy in particular, especially when he goes to Gear 5 in front of Gunko, is going to make very clear that she knows who he is in that moment. And if your theory, Miles, that you told us earlier what is correct, and Gunko is part of the same family Emu is, then that even further proof that that Gunko would know information, would also know about Emu, but also would get information from her family / Emu.
But there's nothing that tells me that Gunko is obliged to tell her team members about that information. There's been no sort of hierarchy or formality established between the Holy Knight members except for Shamrock. He's the only one that's been designated as a clear leader. Everybody reports to him. These other three people, they're working together in tandem, sure, but it kind of seems like they're on even keel.
That's fine. I mean, but also information dissemination is valuable when doing a mission.
Or detracted from the original point. If old ass motherfucking Gabon is fucking over Summers, bro, I'm not moved by these niggas, just like I'm not moved by the elders, bro. I think they're gonna pack their bags. Gabon has now cut this nigga's hand off, cut this nigga across his body. We know that Gabon can bypass the regeneration. It's time to go home, bro. I'm fucked up. Let's go home.
I feel like a twist is coming now.
I'm with you, Ty. I'm with you. I don't think this whole kid plot line thing is gonna continue very much further. I don't.
I'm ready for that. What's Shanks? Is Random listening? I don't know if Random care about this.
We've been talking one break for a while.
No, for sure. But I'm saying if I say this and he reads chapter 1, he'd be like, "Huh?" That's what I'm saying.
Oh, probably muted. We have this.
I was gonna say was I'm ready to see Shanks' brother and Luffy confrontation, because like I feel like if I said Shanks' brother, you read chapter 1, Shanks is in there. You know what I mean? Like you might just.
No, that's valid.
So continue. Shanks' brother confrontation for Luffy. That's what I'm waiting for.
If it happens, he got called back home.
He did.
Oh, damn. I just looked up on Sean Jump. I'm actually 8 chapters behind. Yo.
Yeah, he gets called back home.
You got to lock in, Ty.
No, I thought I was 3, but time, moving different, man. He had called back home.
Yeah, so he got called back home, and then 2 members came in his place.
Yes.
Oh.
Those are the people we're talking about. Summers and the other one. I don't remember.
Summers, Killingham, and Killingham.
Well, it's the beginning of the arc. It's kind of like the
preliminary
third of the arc, I think.
Yeah.
So I feel like what's that boy name? Shank's brother name?
Shamrock.
Right. I do think Shamrock was going to be probably there at the end.
Maybe. Ultimately, I don't need the Holy Knights to be able to beat like Luffy in particular 1v1.
Either.
But I feel like they could still win without being, I mean, kind of similar with the Elders, but even more so. I think they still can win. It could be a betrayal by someone because, like, the idea is someone is a traitor there who teleported them here. So I do think it's very possible for them to still win this situation and not just get packed up. In this circumstance.
I think it's Loki's brother. But that could just be me.
Hodgerton? Was that his name? Hodgerton? You think he's a traitor?
You think he's gonna snake them?
He met Hodgerton like in Dressrosa.
Dressrosa. He was a cool dude.
Am I thinking of the right guy?
Are you sure he's talking about his brother, or are you talking about like the like dude that turned them into like dolls?
Quick score update.
Not the
Denver's
dolls.
up 7.
Talking about Ja Rule?
It's OKC.
The old nigga?
Yeah, it might be those super old niggas.
Yeah, I don't trust Ja Rule. He a bitch ass nigga if you ask me.
That nigga he said, nigga, burn the seats. Like,
Put the headphones
burn the
back
library. I was just like,
hey, shout out to that poor baby, man. She's strong, she's tough, and I'm proud of her. She did her shit.
She did do her thing. Hey man, she still stand toes. For sure. Anything else One Piece related? Nope. All right. Who got a topic that they want to? Who wants to start first with their topic?
Can we get mine out the way? Let's just get that part so we can actually talk anyway.
Don't we usually do news?
I was about to say my news was One Piece related.
All right, perfect. We'll go right into the news. There we go.
I was about to say my news was I talked about I think last week is about Vincent Chansard, the guy that on the animation One Piece. He actually made a video. So I know y'all been seeing the common complaint about over animation. He actually came out and responded to that. He said, essentially along the lines of like, I'm animating a guy with sun god powers and light powers. What do y'all expect me to do? He said, like, he was like, bro, he said, I don't even know what you guys mean by over animation, which I think is also, I agree. I think that's silly. I think it's nonsense. I'm pretty sure that most people want their favorite series to have this type of animation. I know I would. Let some of my Full Metal Alchemist fights like this. I'll be happy. But it's just funny that he came out and actually responded to that. Like, what does that actually even mean? Which I completely agree. I think that's not all critiques are actually critiques. I think for some people who have like vision issues or are visually impaired, if you can't follow things, that's fine. But for the most part, people are just complaining. So I'm happy he came out and said that. What do y'all think?
Over animation should never be a complaint.
Yeah.
Like what? Like I'm with you. Like what does that even mean? No, they made Luffy's punches look too clean.
It's so good that it's bad.
That's ridiculous.
Crazy, bro.
Miles wants to say something. I know he wants to say something.
Go ahead, Miles.
I got a little bit of a hot take. I think that Sukuna versus Maharaga fight was a little over animated. There's a lot of parts of that fight that I don't like. Like there's or it's like I can't understand what's happening. I might be a little slow, and that's fair. I can accept that. But it's like Maharaga's throwing punches, and Sukuna's just like standing there like this, and I'm like, man, what the fuck is happening? Like,
you know what's crazy about that? I can actually tell you. So, what Sukuna was doing again, the anime added a lot of like stuff. So, like Sukuna was baiting him with slashes. Like there was one time where he's trying to see how he adapts. Yeah. So there's one point where he was like slicing him, and then he did a pump fake. He did 2 pump fakes, and he watched Maharaga adjust, and then he sliced him again. So what he was doing was he was pump faking Maharaga to slash. Like they just made it exaggerated.
I don't think he's talking about that time. I think he's talking about like when he did the Michael Jackson pose.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
yeah. I was just like, I don't know what's happening right here, but
That shit was
it's
fire.
fire.
This shit
But
fire.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No,
Yeah.
For sure.
See, I don't get it, but I know this shit fire.
Yeah, I was like, it's heat, but damn, what the fuck is happening?
And for some of the maybe unclips of my rock fight, that's because the episode was incomplete, and the Blu-ray version
It's amazing.
looks even better.
Yeah,
So
I heard it. I heard it's magnificent.
that's so good. All I gotta say is some people starve, all the people drown. Or some people die of thirst. Some people die of thirst while other people drown. So over animation, can T-Bait get some of that in?
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Spare change, please.
Spare change.
Spare
Like,
change.
bro, I feel bad. I had one of the fucking
Oh
watch
god.
Little Bad with me. They were just shooting the piss, bro. What the fuck was that?
It's a 5.4 on IMDb, by the way. Great adaptation.
Oh, Jokic just hit a huge three.
Last
Right.
episode got a 6.6.
Hey, that's improvement. That's improvement.
That
We
is
going up.
That is
I ain't gonna T-Bait sound fire.
T-Bait's kind of mid for sure, but
Kind of mid. It's bad.
Wait, are you talking about the manhwa, Riddell?
no, the
No.
anime.
I
The
wish-
anime,
wish
the
I got
anime is
the manhwa.
bad.
I wish you
No,
would have got the manhwa.
Uh, it's mid, but ultimately, when it comes to the conversation with the One Piece anime guy, I saw some of his interviews too. He said I saw some interesting quotes from him. Ultimately, people just be complaining, bro. I mean, what do you expect? You ain't gonna please everybody. They're gonna be complaining about something. You can't be happy. They want something exactly the way that they want it to be, and if it's not that way, then it's trash. It's bad. It's nasty. It's not good. So hey man, they're doing their thing with the One Piece anime.
Real quick, Mystic, T-Bait's been going on for like a long ass time. So, but they are like in their final arc in the light novel, which should end up being peak. And if it ends the way I think it's gonna end, it's gonna probably be like a top 5 story for me, period. And then Leroy,
Top 5 stories you got.
top 5 anime story. Like,
Gotta start keeping track.
Facts. Not everything's top
I
5.
feel like I've heard this a lot.
Like
I've always said
did
that
we
about-
all drop our top 5 list for everything, or is that like another episode?
No, I've always said T-Bait's like my favorite story. And Leroy, I was literally watching 80s anime last night. And I watched Akira like last
Leroy, you was cooking because once he saw that the first sword fight with a country bumpkin. Miles, tell you a second. Like they spend a lot of time in the country bumpkin anime animating how the dude steps in his sword fights. So they put a little extra effort. And the first fight I saw, I said, Lottie finna be pissed.
Oh, I
when he sees this
I
shit.
watched it last week. Random, I was so mad.
$2 super chat. Angie Carr, she said, Miles, stay indoors
Cook.
and one more before Gotham 2.0.
Cook.
Yeah, but everyone
Oh,
else
so-
go
oh,
outside.
so you were in
Everyone else
New York.
Go outside when they win. Please go outside.
I am. Trust me, I am. I am.
No, I'm saying, Miles, you stay safe. Everybody else, take your ass outside.
I'm gonna be outside too.
I want anarchy.
That's one of the times that makes me miss when I lived in Kansas City, because when the Royals was hot, Miles, before the Chiefs got good, oh boy, as a man who worked for the government, those are some good days. The Royals won a playoff game, and they were like, take the next day off. When they won the World Series, they said, don't worry about it. Take the next couple of days off. That was nuts. Watching the major city just be like, fuck it. We're throwing away days of income to celebrate a sports team.
My office actually already said if we were to win the finals, they would close for the parade. They'd let us all go to the parade.
W. Hey man,
They would never let that happen in LA. Never let that happen in LA. But also,
they're
too
so
many
used
niggas
to
win in LA.
winning championships. That's
Absolutely.
why.
That's what we do.
Rams win, freaking Dodgers win. We got the freaking Lakers winning. Just be winning championships. It's just like second nature to those dudes.
Hey man, they said luxury cities got to get some chips, bro. So it's all part of the plan.
I ain't not mad at it. All right. So yeah, One Piece anime fan and the fans of the One Piece anime complaining, y'all annoying. All right, who wants to go next? Random.
Yeah, I'll go. my big thing. This is gonna be like an impromptu. Let's get negative. Can you give me that? Thank you. So look, the best part, this has been some of the best NBA finals or NBA playoffs I've seen in a long time. Like every game just means more. Like even right now with the Nuggets OKC game. It's just like, but look, it's weird to say that you like hate somebody because like to actually say like what you like to actually mean it, but Draymond Green makes me so annoyed. That thing where you say, "Oh, y'all trying to make me look like an angry black man." I understand that you had a racial incident happen at the game. Look, the Timberwolves took care of it, right? And they handled the situation accordingly. But for you to act like the media is the reason why you're perceived the way you're perceived is horrendous. Maybe look, Draymond Green is a very smart individual, very smart. So he knows what he's doing. Maybe it's to cover up the fact that you kind of played bad in that game. Or whatever it is. Bro, there've been 11 playoff games. How are you already at the point where you're going to get kicked out if you get another tech or a couple techs? You're the one that was kicking dudes in the nuts. You're the one that was choking out people. You're the one that knocked out your teammate. And look, I understand that NBA fights happen all the time, but Draymond Green, that told me because somebody in the Warriors organization leaked it, which means somebody in the Warriors organization was tired of his shit. You are, like you said, you are black, successful, have a great family. So do millions of other black people. Don't use the angry black man stereotype to cover up for your actions. I can't stand that shit. I can't. Like, and then you go, and then guess what, bro? You are one of the best defenders of a generation. You're also one of the dirtiest players I've ever seen. One of the dirtiest. Like, that's what you cultivated. That's what helped you win championships, right? Stand on that shit. Stand on it. It's okay. You're a villain. That's what you wanted. Right? Golden State was never going to hold you accountable. Stand on your nuts. That's who you are. You're going to be talking about the game after this too. So you're just basically going to be the new Shaq, who when people learn about how you played the game, they're going to have fucking problems with it. From what we learned about Shaq, the nigga was a horrible teammate. Don't be doing that shit, man. Don't be spending. Don't do that shit. Like, come on, man. How do you say that and walk away and say, "Oh, I'm justified," when you take no accountability for your actions, bro? You're just lucky. You're just lucky Steph really like you. Because if Steph said something, you'd be gone. Get the fuck out of here.
Draymond Green crash out. Shut up,
man. Like ridiculous shit. That he threw that, oh, y'all make me look at angry black man. Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, Draymond Green's been kind of crashing out ever since he punched Jordan Poole in the face. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since that incident, he just be on some weird stuff. I don't mind Draymond as a basketball player.
He's an amazing basketball player. An amazing basketball player. He took his deficiencies and he's finding a way to be incredibly effective on the court.
Nah, for sure. Dirty, yeah, kind of like Chris Paul. He's dirty as well. But yeah, all these recent things with Jordan after the Jordan Poole stuff, the stuff I hated the most, like this was cringe for sure. But I hated when he was on the podium during All-Star weekend and was saying all that shit about the people in the All-Star game. That pissed me off so much. So yeah, Draymond's just been saying some bullshit recently.
Yeah, I agree. I rooted for the Warriors for a while because Steph's like my favorite player. Yeah, and Draymond's biggest enemy has always been himself. He's always been in his own way, whether it's on the court issues or even people forget like when Draymond first came to the league, he wasn't averaging like 4 or 5 points. He used to be able to score. Like I remember a playoff game he had dropped like a 30-point triple double. I was just like, oh, and then when KD came, I was like, oh, we got our fourth option to be able to drop 30. Then once KD joined, he just never wanted to shoot again. And then I think he even said that like he like lost confidence in his shot And then he said, he
did say that. Yeah,
I mean, with KD there, it made sense that he would take a step back shooting wise, but not to the extent that it is now. Like, bro,
now it's like he'll just refuse to shoot. He used to not be able. He was never a great 3-point shooter, but he used to not be able to not be afraid of him. He would still take him. He still
the last 2 years he definitely has been a better shooter.
He used to be a scoring threat, was my point, but like no, he's always gone his own way, on and off the court. Because I think the report was apparently he was having issues with his baby mama, so he was in a bad mood, and that's one of the main reasons why he spazzed on Jordan Poole and stuff like that. And then he started acting out last year because he was having problems with his wife, apparently, like some real problems with his wife, and they're like, oh, this is like real, like she might leave him. And that's when he started getting a bunch of texts and stuff like that. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't agree with the angry black man stereotype, but like he doesn't help fellow black men in that case, unfortunately. So like him saying that, while he's like he's a negative factor to that narrative and that stereotype, it never set right with me, because like you do things out of anger, not because you're black, but because you're Draymond Green. That's who you are. You do things out of your emotions. You do things out of anger. We see you get like someone hit you, and then you run across the court and knock them in the back of the head. You're an angry person, but it's not because you're black. It's because you're an asshole. So yeah, him even bringing that up, that did piss me off.
I mean, bro, like Creative Bobby says it in the chat, bro, legitimately tried to choke if Draymond had his way, Rudy Gobert passes out unconscious on that court.
No, that's not funny.
You hate Rudy that much? Let me stop, because now we're gonna have a Rudy conversation. I'm not here for that. Yeah, that's ridiculous, Riddell.
Side note:
my goodness,
Ty. Like I was randomly like, because I had like some Snapchat notification, but I clicked on the wrong button, and it's actually like a video of one of Ty's TikToks from before I met Ty. I think I screen recorded it because he didn't let me download it. He was comparing the art between like Chainsaw Man and Hell's Paradise. You need to do more of those for like some of the newer mangas out there. Just saying. But yeah, apparently that was like the first. It was like back in like 21 or something like that, like way before I met Ty.
Man,
W fan.
And let niggas download your video so I don't have to screen record. Like, rude.
Ty said, "Nah, I'm gatekeeping my shit."
No, because people used to take my videos. People used to take a lot of my videos and post them on other sites to get millions of views, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, that shit's corny. Yeah,
that shit.
That's why you got to put a watermark on that.
Yeah.
You know
So they would zoom. I mean, TikTok does it, but they would zoom in to the point where you couldn't see the watermark. I was like, what is wrong with you niggas?
They really put Dwight Howard in Shaq's seat.
No, but you used to do crazy art.
That's so crazy.
Well, Shaq and Dwight are cool now, so
man, fuck Shaq. He's a
whole.
Can I request the next one? You need to do like a blue lock versus slam dunk.
All right. When it comes down to it, let's move on. Lonnie, I think Miles went away for a bit. Do you have a topic?
Yeah, I got one. I got another Keep 3 Cut 5, and this one is Shonen Jump Fight Edition. So Keep 3 Cut 5. There's 3 of y'all, but if the chat wants to get a vote in, they can try to get a vote in too until Miles gets back. But first fight up, Netero versus Miram.
Anime? Well, I only watched the anime version.
This is anime fights.
Netero? Oh, I really like this fight, actually. Let me think. You said
we keep 3 and we cut 5.
Keep 3. Oh, damn. Cut 5. Oh. I don't know. I feel like Netero versus Miram's really good.
That's my dog.
But do we cut it?
That's my dog.
I'm trying to think. I'm saying keep. What do y'all say?
Miles, it's Keep 3 Cut 5 Shonen Jump anime fights. The first fight is Netero versus Miram.
Keep 3, cut 5.
Cut 5. I say keep, personally.
Cut.
And you said just Shonen Jump?
Yeah, they're all shonen. They're all from Shonen Jump animes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if there's that many fights out there. I'm like, yeah, it's for sure better than Netero Meruem.
I'm with Miles. I'm gonna cut.
I mean,
yeah, we can cut it, but that's tough.
all right.
All right.
I got outvoted.
All right, next one up: Goku versus Jiren.
See, I'm not as big of a fan of this fight as like other people, but it's all right. I'll say cut personally. I'm saying cut.
Goku versus Jiren.
Yes,
Wait, which one?
fair, very fair question.
That matters.
That is the very
What was the
good.
last one?
Oh, the last one, like with Frieza and 17.
Yeah, I'm going cut.
You say yeah? You say yell on me? The last one with the
Yeah, he said last one.
Versus Jiren,
oh, okay.
Ultra Instinct.
That shit was fire.
If Jiren was a better antagonist, we would have something legendary. I mean, it is legendary anyway.
I can agree with you on that.
Yeah,
I'll cut.
I just wish Jiren was a better antagonist.
that's exactly why.
He's not on shit.
There was no move that narrative, the story between that fight. Didn't move me.
I'm gonna say cut.
I think the theme is fine if you talk about like community versus isolation or
Solidarity.
like, because this whole thing was I do things by myself. I don't need help. And Team 7, Universe 7 relied on each other.
Yeah,
That's fine.
It was cool.
I just feel like Jiren just wasn't moving mountains, man. A lot of people, yeah, I'm fine with it.
All right, let's cut it. Come on.
Cut on that one. All right. Next one is Kakashi versus Obito.
Keep. We gotta keep. Like, are we gonna go a full? I feel like this is a.
Yeah, we keep it. I mean, we have to keep the next 3.
Yeah. So this will be.
Keep 3, cut 2.
Yeah, he's right.
Oh,
But
keep
the next
3,
three-
cut 2? Those cut
Yeah.
5.
No. Keep 3, cut 5.
Oh, keep 3, cut 5.
Yeah,
Oh, we only cut 2. I thought.
I don't
Okay.
care. Kakashi Obito.
Yeah, we keep.
I think that's the
If
best
I
fight
get
in our-
outvoted, I get outvoted. I'm saying.
You wanted to cut this one?
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah,
over.
Wow.
Wait, Miles, I question. Out of the 3 that we have, is that the worst fight out of the 3?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Okay.
Not.
Which one's the worst one to you?
To me, probably the Goku Jiren.
Real, I agree.
I agree as well. All right, keep. Let's do it.
All right. Next one: Deku versus Bakugo.
Cut.
Which one?
It doesn't matter.
That fight is good. That first one is good.
Honestly, which one? Wait, I asked the question. Which one?
Angie, you wild because Obito's my favorite character. So that's crazy.
I was gonna say the first one. I thought the first one was pretty good.
Wait, you talking about like during? Are you talking about like episode like 4 or 5, the one they fought like the 2-on-2?
No way, right?
Nah.
Not that
I
you
don't
talk
think
about
that's
the
what
one in the middle of the not in
Yeah,
the middle
that's
of
the
the show.
second
But
one. That's the second
Where?
one.
I'm sorry. The
No,
second.
the one. Which one? It's on the one they fought out in the street.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm keeping that one.
No.
Bro, we got
I
the-
agree.
Well, hold on a second. We got.
Really?
Wait, hold on a second. We got the
Yes.
fallout of all. What is it? The fallout of All Might. We had him teaching Baku and Deku the 2 sides of heroism. Like that. Thematically, it was amazing.
Random, you are the.
What?
Are you gonna tie it up?
It had high emotions. It hit every note to me.
Yeah, thematically,
I'm-
it was fantastic.
I'm talking. Go ahead, Random.
No, go ahead, Rodell. I'll wait till you add your piece.
No, I don't want to compare it to the ones we already cut. That's not fair. So go ahead.
I'm anticipating Lonnie throwing some bangers in here, so I'm gonna say cut, but it's a very reluctant cut.
So 2 cuts, 2 keeps. I'm not reluctant. I was adamant. Chat, what are we saying? We saw 2 cuts. Cut Deku inner monologue. Crybaby looking at. Yeah, cook Angie. Smoke said cut as well. So we cutting, right? We cutting.
That's
Shout
tough.
out Voter, let's cut.
Yeah, let's cut.
Wait, we gotta cut it for what?
Just keeping it or cutting it?
Because we tied up here, and then the chat said cut.
Yo, chat, y'all just.
So y'all cut it.
Yo,
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you every fight that we keep that Bakugo and Deku better than. Go ahead.
Next fight, Saitama versus Boros.
Saitama versus Boros.
It was a spectacle. It looked cool, but
Nah,
me knowing the nigga was gonna win makes it a cut for me.
We should have kept Netro versus Meru.
We should have kept Bakugo and Deku as well.
No, we should have kept Netro versus Meru. So how much do we have left?
We only have one cut left, right?
No, this would be the third cut.
Yeah, this is the third.
No, third cut. Because we cut this fight. We cut Bakugo Deku. We cut Jiren versus Wait, no.
This is our fourth cut. Yeah.
This fourth, yeah.
Oh, this is your
fourth
man.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm cut.
Jiren. Wait, Netero, Jiren. We cut both of those.
Yeah.
We cut that too.
All right. Next up, Luffy versus Katakuri.
We should have kept Netero versus Meru, bro. Like,
I abstain. I abstain.
Kept Netero versus Meru.
I felt the peer pressure.
This one.
I feel like we have to keep.
This will be our last cut, and we gotta. If we cut this, we gotta keep the next two.
Do we want to risk it though? Like, oh no.
I want to risk this kick.
All right, I'm ready to risk it too. Then
you're gonna risk it.
It's up to y'all.
Listen. It gets points because it's a Luffy fight, right?
I feel like it was mids until Luffy kind of went. Like near the end of it. Near the end of it is when it got like hype.
Are you talking about anime or manga?
Well, manga was fire the whole way through. The anime.
Yeah, I didn't watch the anime, so I'm going manga.
Yeah, so I didn't want to put too many bangers in here to throw y'all off because usually I do a lot of bangers.
Oh man, because he said that, I feel like we have to keep this because he might have two.
Y'all don't think Lion's a liar? Y'all think he's trying to deceive you right now? Like, come on, bro. Like he's saying that the many bangers, so then you peer pressure you into it, and then listen, Riddell, come on, man.
All right, Ty, what are you saying? What are you saying?
I will keep. I think
technically none of these are bad fights.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, we would have one more keep and then one more.
We have two more keeps.
We have two more keeps
and one cut. We have two keeps and one cut.
Next time I do all this, have
I'm saying if we take this, we'll have one more keep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a gambler like Miles. I feel like we have to keep this one. We might have stinkers.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
Gamble.
You know what,
I like to gamble.
Let's cut it, man. Let's gamble.
All right, let's cut it. Fine.
Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me.
Because we are blaming Miles.
Please don't hurt me, Lonnie. Please.
Hey, was that? We got one more cut, right?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Oh, last one.
That was the last one. We were cooked.
Lonnie, please.
Give me a second.
What you mean? These aren't prepared already?
Yeah, I'm prepared.
This man Lonnie's selling right now.
Oh, good. Okay. So, in our
You
this
loud,
you said
he knows we're
crazy.
He knows
I feel like he's gonna have like Sakura versus Emo here or some shit.
Oh no!
Did y'all cut it?
No.
Wait, did y'all cut?
Yeah, we had to. Yeah.
Oh my god.
See, like if he puts two, oh man, come on.
He about to put some basura up right now.
Yeah, it's about to be nasty, bro.
In this week's Keep 3 Cut 5, we decided to cut Netero versus Miram, Goku versus Jiren, Dekugo versus Bakugo. Y'all kept Kakashi versus Obito. Y'all cut Saitama versus Beerus, and you cut Luffy versus Katakuri, but you kept 10 versus Samari.
I knew it, bro. I knew it.
You a hoe. You are a big
It
asshole.
gets better though. No, it gets better.
You a
You
hoe.
kept the manliest fight of all time, the greatest manliest fight of all time. Frankie versus Senior Pink.
That's
Oh
a good
my
fight.
god,
That's a
bro.
good fight. That's a good fight.
Fire.
That is a good
Fire.
fight.
That's a good fight.
Fire.
See,
I knew it was a soccer versus Eno ass fight.
oh my
You know what's so
god.
funny?
Who puts 10-10 into?
Yeah, that's nasty. The crazy about that in the manga, it's off screen.
It is. Yo, that is
Like,
disgusting.
They
man.
start the fight, and the next page she's on Tamari's fan. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Oh my goodness. Sold. All right, Miles, do you got a topic?
Mm-mm.
L Miles. But I got some other topics.
Tomatoes for me.
I got some other topics before we wrap up. And then if we want to talk about anything else, we can bring it to the table to wrap up. So I got in some of these topics I was inspired by, some good SEO searching. One of them is talking about underrated anime. So I got an underrated anime blind ranking, gentlemen. 7 spots. What is the best anime? You guys rank them. These are underrated anime that at the very least I deem underrated, that the grand consensus doesn't think is like one of the better anime of all time. So, first anime up, Katakeo Hitman Reborn.
For the anime,
Yep,
and there's 7.
7 blind rankings.
I mean, it gets really good after the slow start, but like I still have to like tax them for that slow start if we're talking about an anime.
Nigga, that shit. We got 7, right?
Yeah, we got 7.
Who all has seen it?
I've seen it. I just haven't finished it.
And
But I
played
saw
the
a lot of it though. I think it's good. It's really good.
Angie, you are tripping. But all right,
I'm thinking 6 or 5. How y'all feel?
I'm not mad at 5.
Yeah, I'm not mad at 5.
All right. All right. Random, feel free to speak up, of course, mister. You may be able to sway their opinions. All right. D Grayman.
I feel like D Gray Man's better than Reborn. They're like the same tier.
I've never seen this one.
They're like the same tier, I think.
Yeah, they are in the same tier, but like, do we put at 6? Because I don't know if we should put at 5.
Well, 5 is Hitman Reborn.
I mean, I don't know if we should put at 4.
Yeah.
But this is also Riddell's list, and Riddell really likes D Gray Man, and he likes Hitman Reborn, so I think he would have him like higher on his list.
On my personal list for sure.
I'll say 4. I'll say 4.
All right, 4 it is. Magi.
Tough and one.
Magi's top 2.
I was gonna probably put it 2 or 3.
I'm more random on 3.
You want to do 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 3.
All right, so far they have 3, 4, 5 filled up. So
We got that middle packed out.
that middle's good. Ranking of Kings.
Ranking of Kings is so good.
But is it better than
Is
Magi?
he better than Magi?
I don't think so.
I might. I wouldn't have it at 6 though, but
6 or 2, man. I'm saying 6.
It's good, but like it's like ranking as a king is really good. Don't get me wrong.
Is it better than the Gray Man and Hitman?
It is.
Put it at 2.
All right.
Because we just debating the spot with Magi then. If we say it's better than Hitman, and you know
Fair.
what I mean?
Well, we think Ranking of Kings is better than Hitman Reborn, Magi, and D Grayman. Okay. Parasite Maxim.
I put that at 6.
I agree with the 6.
Yeah,
6 for me.
6.
I like Parasite though, but
So they filled up 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So they only got 1 and 7 left. All right.
I'm actually kind of impressed.
we should have run through Parasite at 7.
Next anime up, Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
1.
I go 7.
I like the two opposite reactions. No, it's like the two opposite reactions.
Oh, I love Titus.
I was like, oh shit.
Wait.
I agree though. 7.
Did I say something wrong?
7.
Or-
Yeah, he said what?
Oh, and you go at 7. Niggas not 1? Are you crazy?
7.
1.
7.
1? Okay. Yeah, all right.
It's so interesting seeing the difference of opinion. Some people are saying 1, people are saying 7. If I was in Ty's situation,
regardless.
time with you 7. If I was you, I'll 7 too. All right. With that said, here's your blind ranking. Underrated anime edition blind ranking. Number 7 is Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Number 6 is Katekyo Hitman Reborn. No, number 6 was what is your number 6? Parasite Maxim. Number 6 is Parasite Maxim. Number 5 is Hitman Reborn. Number 4 is D Grayman. Number 3 was Magi. Number 2 was Ranking of Kings. And number 1 is Wistoria.
I don't think Wistoria better than Magi, but
Wistoria's not better than Cyberpunk.
I'm be honest, I hate your list. So I don't like your list, but hey man, shout out. I don't know why y'all put Hitman Reborn so low.
Hey man, we done with Cyber.
Because you got to be safe on the first pick because you don't know. You feel me?
But if you know it's a banger, then you put it high.
I don't think Reborn is good, but I think the beginning is real slow, and I think the middle is real slow too.
Well, they're building up to the Byakuran stuff.
I think Byakuran and the whole Malefiare family they were antagonists for way too long. Too long.
Fair enough. All right. I got something else for you guys. We got another game for you guys. It is a anime plot hole king of the hill. This is another topic that SEO said, hey, do this topic. So anime plot hole king of the hill. The way I did it is I asked AI, the thing that's taking over the world, some anime plot holes. So they gave me 5. Then I asked the Discord to give me a couple more. So you guys are going to decide which one is the worst plot hole. So this is a negative king of the hill. We're trying to find out the worst plot hole.
So
it's king of the hill. So I'm going to name 2 anime, 2 plot holes, and then you guys decide which one's worse.
I ain't gonna lie, but just one quick question: when AI start to take over the world, should we give it rights?
It's a wrong time to ask that question, man.
If it's sentient, yes.
Ty, we could talk about it in BSS After Dark, along with everything that's going on with Diddy.
It's a robot.
Boy,
what the hell, man?
Yu Yu Hakusho top 5 Spurs Nation's back up. NBA draft is rigged, so
no, it's not.
NBA draft is not rigged, man.
All that baby oil for what?
Yo, these look
5 minutes.
Nico can see the future, man.
Okay, buddy. All right. First 2 plot holes. I'm gonna go with the AI ones first, and then I'm gonna go with the Discord one second. So this is the AI one. First 2. Dragon Ball Z plot hole. Goku contracts a heart virus in Trunks' future, but when it gets in the main timeline, it acts totally different. Why would a biological virus behave differently just because of a timeline change? Is one plot hole the AI said.
It's not a plot hole. What?
Hold on. And here's the hold on. Here's the other plot hole. And you guys can comment on the plot holes. Feel free. After I'm finished. The Naruto plot hole. The Uchiha clan was powerful and paranoid, yet Itachi and Obito managed to wipe them out in one night without anyone raising alarms or fighting back effectively. Seems unlikely given their numbers and skills. So, Dragon Ball Z plot hole, Naruto plot hole. Which one's worse?
Neither of these are plot holes. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't understand how you are talking about a biological virus when you have niggas who can blow up planets. But the virus
I'm about to say they actually. So I don't know how they said that it reacted differently. I don't know how they control. All we know is that Goku contracted the heart virus and died. Goku in our timeline has medicine. and he takes the medicine. And that's why he survives.
Mhm.
I don't know how that's a plot hole.
It is weird that he's the only one who ever caught it.
That's not a plot hole though.
I no. It's not a plot hole, but I'm just saying. But I think you're just dragging this.
And they were told that they said that they questioned why Goku didn't take the medicine, but he's supposed to take it. Trunks told him when you feel symptoms, you take it. So we know, and then they were told that the timelines act differently because Trunks went back in time, so he caught it later. He was supposed to see symptoms before Trunks came back, but he didn't because the timelines are different, which explains. So I'm like, I don't know how that's even a plot hole. And then the Naruto one, why aren't Obito and Itachi just more powerful than everybody? Except Fugaku, because Fugaku held back. I mean, Fugaku didn't fight back. So the strong Uchiha just didn't fight back. And why I don't see why Obito and Itachi aren't just stronger than everybody, and they snuck them. I don't think either one is their plot holes. So I don't even know what to pick.
Like I think that if you want to put on a which one could be a bigger plot hole, it would be the Uchiha one, but they're just better. That's the way I think you explained it. It's a bigger plot hole of the two if there is one, but I do agree with you that both of them are not plot holes.
What? All right, yo, you gotta pick one still.
Pick one. Pick neither. Pick one. Yeah, this might be. Y'all want to get rice, bro. All right, man.
Don't be.
I think the Dragon Ball Z one's worse.
What's the
Dragon Ball
one again?
Why Itachi and Obito were able to wipe out the Uchiha clan?
I guess my only
or how they were.
Because my thing is I don't understand. So we know when Goku experiences the symptoms in the future timeline, he was already fighting the androids, right? It happens in the current timeline, right? When he's fighting Jiro and 19 before Vegeta arrives, right? I just don't see why the symptoms were so detrimental during the future timeline. You know what I mean? That he couldn't take the medicine compared to the current.
Oh, they explained it. They said that they had the medicine wasn't developed at the time. So Trunks says that they said we now have medicine that can handle the heart virus. They said at the time they didn't. So that's why I'm like, it's like we know why Goku in the other timeline didn't take it. We know why Goku in this timeline got the symptoms later. So we know everything. And we know why he survived because he got the medicine. So I just don't see. I would probably say
you're picking.
I'd probably say Naruto from the standpoint. I don't think it's a plot hole, but I think it has not as much, I guess you could say, explanations because like Toriyama just went on and just explained everything about this heart virus. You know, so as far as the thing that we need to know, I guess you could say that we didn't really see Obito and them fight, so maybe you could question who would have won or whatever. So I'll probably just say that one.
All right, everybody else agree? Naruto.
Yeah, the only thing with Naruto is like Obito took care of the police force. I know that, and like Itachi took care of like more of the civilian because not every Uchiha is a ninja. Not every Uchiha unlocked the Sharingan and stuff like that. So we all know Obito is especially stronger than a 13-year-old Itachi. So realistically, what we know about everything that Obito can do, the fact that no Uchiha was not like that he was like he speed blitzed them, but like at the same time wouldn't have been able to create some type of alert or alarm and stuff like that. Realistically, probably with what we know about, because he took on probably like a few, like around 80, 90 Jonin and Chunin in the police force because he saw them all in the same building. So
kind of believable with how his jutsu works.
I don't know. Like realistically, can Obito speed blitz dozens upon dozens of Jonin and Chunin without anyone be able to create any type of alarm or
I think so.
And none of them unlocking their Magyar Sharingan or Izanagi or Izanami?
I think so.
Yeah, we're talking about dozens of people with Sharingan and no one was able to escape or use a jutsu that would make enough noise where people outside that little area in the village would be like, what the hell was that?
I agree with y'all with the Naruto, so I don't want you to think my pushback is me disagreeing, but I'll say Obito at around Itachi's age almost caught Minato his first glance looking at him, so I find it within the realm of belief he can fight ninjas that probably aren't even 20% of what Minato was and beat all of them without them realizing what happened.
No, that's fair.
Beating them, yes, but like beating them without anyone being able to even cast a jutsu or a thing.
We saw how he was moving in Shippuden. He pulls up on you, just sucks you up. Pause.
But it is interesting that back in the day, all the Uchiha now, and you can argue the Uchiha generally were stronger back in the day, but those Uchiha were create or accessing Magiko Sharingans left and right. So you would imagine that seeing all your friends die in front of you, a lot of them would just be manifesting Magiko Sharingans in that fight, and you know.
Like
Kamui does crazy stuff, but I'm just saying.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Like in the anime, you get to see him like fight some of them in the police building, don't you? Like he's not just like zooming, like he's like just rushing at some of them.
Yeah, just cutting them down.
Trash, man. It's trash.
Yeah, fodder, man. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, Naruto plot hole or Attack on Titan plot hole, another AI plot hole. The existence of Titans within the walls is a massive revelation, but no one noticed for a century that the walls are made of Titan bodies.
They did know.
No accidental discoveries.
People did know. What are we talking
Bro,
about?
They knew and they actively hid it.
Bro, AI.
I think they're talking about like the regular civilians.
I might need to.
It was actively hidden from the populace.
Yeah, and also like the walls are indestructible. How would they have? Like,
they would have never broken through it in the first.
That's not, this is bad.
So random. One, it was hidden, and like Ty said, a human would have no way of seeing in the wall.
This is bad.
I got you. I was just going for what the AI was saying.
AI,
mind you, when they built the walls, all were erased too. So the memories were erased. Then it was there's no way for them to even breach the wall. They got broached because of the fight that happened between Titans and the scouts that helped them put a crack in it. Under no other circumstance would it have been penetrable.
Yeah.
So which one wins?
Wait, which one we picked last time?
Naruto.
The Attack on Titan wins. No, the Naruto one wins again. Naruto one wins again.
I guess.
Yeah, the Naruto one is worse.
All right. Next is a Death Note plot hole. So L is a genius, but once Light joins the task force, L makes a series of illogical decisions, like chaining himself to Light, which only help Light manipulate him further. Odd behavior for someone that sharp. Bigger plot hole.
Wait, say that again.
L is a genius, but once Light joins the task force, L makes a series of illogical decisions, like chaining himself to Light, which only help Light manipulate him further. Odd behavior for someone that sharp.
What? Yo.
I'm taking the Naruto the one again.
Yeah, I guess. This is... I wish there was some actual plot holes on here.
L was just L was gambling because he knew that Light was Kira. He
exactly. So
he just needed to pin him down, and he was just trying stuff to try to pin him down.
And honestly, like chaining. So because when a Light lost his memories, like if you are, I'm gonna make sure because the thing about L knew he was he was Kira. He had to prove it, and so now I can watch her every move, and you make it. I'm gonna see like that. I don't know, man.
Like saying like Light is manipulating L and not just outsmarting him is kind of weird to me. Like they're both playing a game of chess with each other. No, he's not manipulating him. He's just outsmarting him.
All right. Well, last AI plot hole, and then I'll go into the Discord ones. One Piece. So, Zoro is known for getting lost, but it reaches absurd levels. He gets losses in places where there's only one path, or while walking in a straight line. It's played for comedy, but still a logic breaker.
The AI just said it's comedy. It's a gag.
Like it's literally just a gag. Gags are meant to be exaggerated for comedic effect.
That's the point. Fuck. And that's taking over the world. We're cooked. What the
fuck? This is bad.
All right, which one's the?
That's like if I see like Goku eat and his stomach is massive. Like that doesn't make sense because the stomach can't actually expand that far. It's like, bro, come on, it's a joke, bro. Like, all right, bro.
Okay, all right. So is Naruto winning again?
I guess.
Okay. All right, let's go to the Discord ones. First plot hole from Kobe. He said, no, so we got the Naruto plot hole versus his plot hole, Ash never aging and Pokemon.
How are they saying that time is passing, but he stays 12, or is it?
He's saying it's
Do
a
we know
plot hole
that?
that Ash never ages in Pokemon.
I got you. So I'm saying, are they saying that? 'Cause I'm not too well versed in Pokemon. Are years passing and he's staying 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he is going to like continent to continent or country to country, whatever. Like he's traveling. I think like episodes he has birthdays, but they just never say his age or anything.
Yeah, time definitely passes.
And is the story saying he's 12, or they just go off like how he looks? Like you say, oh,
They never acknowledge his age ever. It was only his age was only established once, and they never really acknowledge it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll go with this one, but I don't know. I just haven't seen enough, but go with this one.
All right. Is this one better than the AI plot hole? Ash never aging?
It's closer to an actual plot hole, so I'd say
yeah.
All right, bet. Random, you still locked in?
You sleep?
Nah, I'm watching something on my phone. But yeah, I'm locked in.
All right. Ash never aging, or he actually put another plot hole. And the fact in Hunter x Hunter how highly praised Nen is, but regular humans / kings / queens never heard of it.
What? Isn't like one of the princes?
No, the princes don't really know about it until the introduction of the Nembis. Like the fourth prince was a prodigy, but he hadn't known about Nen ever prior.
Yeah, none of them knew about Nen, all the royalty.
I
never actually thought about
how true is that? That the
Where is Hunter x Hunter? Where is it at?
Like, I'm actually gonna look that up.
Where's Hunter x Hunter at? Like, how long is this break supposed to be,
bro?
I might go with Ash.
Oh my God, Miles! It left off at like such a good.
No, I feel like that is an interesting point about not knowing, because Nen is the power system of this entire anime. So you would assume all the powerful individuals would have Nen users at their disposal. Like, how do you accumulate an army and have so much power without having any Nen users? I don't even see how that's possible when you really think about it. Because like freaking the Phantom Troop would run over a bunch of regular people with no Nen abilities. They'll destroy them.
Basically, all it says from what I see, the Hunter Association keeps it a secret from the public. Like it's only known by hunters and the association, and that's it.
How are they able to accomplish that?
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Especially since they have, I guess, I mean, if the organization is that foolproof, I guess they hide everything that. But like all that stuff that happened in York New City, they were able to hide all of that.
Apparently,
if the most powerful people in the government don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That might be a good plot hole.
Because even though like Naruto doesn't focus on the daimyo at all, like the fact that they mention them and in certain events that shows something, you know.
Yeah, at the very least, like powerful people know about chakra and all these stuff in Naruto. Mm-hmm. So what do we think? Nen or Ash never aging?
I got Ash.
Ash.
Did they say how old Ash was when the OG Pokemon was done?
I have no idea.
OG Pokemon, he was 10.
10.
So the Ash, no, my bad. In the when Ash's part of Pokemon was done, so how old is he now?
10.
All right, my nigga. That nigga taller too. What are we talking about? You told me he accomplished he was doing all this shit in over the matter of months?
No. Yeah.
My nigga died of Mewtwo. He was still 10. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
I do respect the fact that he was willing to throw.
The popular theory is that when he saw Ho-Oh on like episode 2, it gave him immortality. That's the popular theory.
On some Timmy Turner Ash. You know what? I wish I could never age. You know what I'm
saying? At the same time with Nen, because like with the Hunters Guild and like the Hunters Guild is like is one of like the biggest organizations in that verse, right?
Kai made a good point. If you aren't trained in it, you wouldn't see it. So there's no way to even verify if it's Nen or not.
No, but at the same time, like we know about the Hunters Guild is like one of the biggest organizations like on the planet, right?
Yeah.
Or in that verse. Most of the strongest hunters have Nen abilities, and like they're also like world renowned hunters like throughout the whole planet. So wouldn't it like make sense to like Nen is like a known thing, like like the best hunters all
$2 super chat by Angie Carr. Quark genetic inheritance. Todoroki versus Bakugo. I don't know what this is supposed to mean.
What, the fact that they were able to get stronger quirks from their parents? Is that what you're trying to say?
I have no idea. Verify what you mean by this, Andrew.
Andrew said that Nen's covered up by the Hunter Association, but like I don't know.
It, like niggas in Star Wars can't see the Force, but they know about it.
True.
Yeah, like if all the top people in the world that like are super famous, they all have Nen abilities. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Like
That's
also, like mercenaries, like
that would be like if Padme never heard of the Force.
Like, can I read a quick thing for y'all?
Yeah.
In the world of Hunter, the Hunter Association is known, but its full nature and the concept of Nen are not widely understood by the general public. The association is a prestigious non-governmental organization responsible for licensing elite individuals called hunters who undertake various specialized tasks such as tracking rare beasts, finding secret treasures, or hunting dangerous criminals. So it just seems like their entire organization at large is mostly a secret. They do.
I guess
a secret organization that does secret shit. That, you know what I'm saying?
I guess wouldn't like criminals that use Nen like they like wouldn't that also be another way it gets exposed, stuff like I don't know.
Nah, I feel like
the people wouldn't know though. Because remember, you got to be trained to use Gil to even see it, so you wouldn't know it's Nen.
If you're interrogating a criminal that you caught, you're like, oh, how did you do this? He's like,
you're not catching a nigga with Nen.
Yeah, I'm beyond. There's no regular person's catching for someone then. Okay.
Perfect way to say it, Miles.
So
he said, bro, you got dead. You're cooked, bro.
You shoot that nigga, you see him blocking with his bare arm. I'm running, my nigga. It's over with.
All right. A few more plot holes. So Ash Never Aging seems like you guys picked that one. Now we have Jaden's plot holes. He said the destruction of part of the moon caused by Korra Sensei because it literally didn't affect the world the way it should have.
To be fair, that's another thing, because when Piccolo blows up the moon, like, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, yo, he just killed millions of people. But he just killed millions of people. And like, nobody ever talks about it.
The ocean is all fucked up.
Tsunamis everywhere. Anytime something happens with the moon, I mean, that's like just physics doesn't work the same.
By the way, when Vegeta creates an artificial moon, he also killed millions of people. Now you got two of them motherfuckers. like for real.
And shit.
Yeah, like the last one is Broly. The fight starts in one of the ice caps. The Broly movie, in one of the North or South poles. That shit was lava when he was over. Millions of people died that day.
Millions of people die like every time a Dragon Ball Z fight happens.
Like, bruh, no one of the fucking Dragon Balls is like, bro, we're done. Like we use this shit too much.
I mean, it's the same thing with Power Rangers. Like niggas are getting thrown into skyscrapers, like, like on people's lunch breaks or whatever. Like niggas are dying. Like,
bro, that's such nasty work. You finally, like, bro, I finally got to this food truck that's been coming by. Finally get something from there. You sitting down, and Vegeta just flies through right in front of you, hits you. Now you're gone. You even get to have the burrito. You just died. Oh, that's nasty work. During your break is nasty work.
Andrew kind of explained Todoroki's quirk is a balance of both parents, but Bakugo's quirk is pretty much of an advancement, such enhancement of his parents. I mean, we get that, but we don't know exactly what you were trying to say in your super chat. Okay, so you guys saying Ash or the Korra Sensei about breaking the moon?
Is she asking which one is better? Like Todoroki's like balance or Bakugo's enhancement?
I'm not sure.
I thought Bakugo's quirk was the perfect mixture of both of his parents' quirks.
I mean, I prefer just Todoroki's because you get 2 quirks. Like, I think it's just dope. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, he perfectly mixes them together, and also the way he uses it is really genius too.
Oh, quirk inheritance isn't consistent. So you're naming a plot hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sometimes it combines, and then sometimes it just adds up.
Oh, okay. All right, W. Okay, we got you.
It's kind of like real life. Real life, the way you're born from your parents is inconsistent.
Yeah,
True.
Because
With like recessive genes and dominant genes. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like in a Fantastical where like Deku's parents both have quirks and he doesn't have one. I don't think that's a story telling us that it's not always just because your parents have this, you will then have this. So
Yeah.
Real life.
Yeah, it's like it's literally like real life. I agree.
With all these shots that keep coming out with my hero, when are we gonna get to finally see his dad? I'm just saying.
Never.
That fool does not exist, bro.
He is the absentee father. All right, let's wrap up these plot holes things. So are you guys picking the Ash one?
Yeah.
All right, Ash. This is one from Your Name. Who's seen Your Name here? I'm gonna say no one.
Oh, Your Name. I've seen it.
Oh, you seen Your
Is
Name?
that a K drama?
It's an anime movie.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, the plot hole for you, Lonnie, you can kind of decide. Ash or Mitsusha and Taki not realizing that they are in 2 different times in Your Name. I don't know what that means, but is that a plot hole?
What?
That's what Jaden said.
I think he got the point wrong.
What?
Time travel in Your Name? What are you talking about?
He literally said Mitsusha and Taki not realizing that they are in 2 different times in Your Name. So I don't know.
There's no time travel in Your Name. Random, am I tripping?
Maybe he's talking about a different anime.
I think so because the one I think he's talking about, I don't think it's called Your Name.
All right, Jaden's gonna have to explain that to us in the Discord.
That's not the right movie because Your Name's the one with the girl that gets random. It's the girl that gets bullied because she has a hearing aid and all that.
No, that's Silent Voice.
Well, that's Silent Voice.
Oh, then nobody's seen Your Name. There kind of is. So Mystic said there is.
Oh.
All right, nobody's seen Your Name up here. All right, that's. And then the last anime is from Major. Anybody seen Major?
Oh, someone said he's talking about the one I.
What a rebound! Sorry, I thought my mic was muted. Denver's up 7.
I know he's talking. I haven't seen them.
All right. Well, it looks like Ash, that plot hole, won the King of the Hill, and then this was for Santo. Yeah, Santo's not up here. He's busy. But I have one more extra topic because SEO wants us to talk about characters with aura. So I copied Lonnie's favorite game, Keep 3, Cut 5 for you guys. Aura character editions. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Characters with the biggest aura. I'm going to start off with the obvious 2 first. Sung Jinwoo. Keep 3, Cut 5.
I'm keeping him.
I think I'm keeping him too.
We're saying there's 8.
My vote doesn't
you think
matter.
there's like?
Oh, let me tell you. Yeah, Keep 3, Cut 5. Yeah, 8 for sure. Yeah.
I feel like me and Mouse on the same page.
You want to cut him?
My vote don't matter. My vote doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. It does matter, Miles.
I'm only one person.
I want to cut that nigga. I'm not going.
Hey man, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
Get
do
out of
it.
here.
Collaboration is nuts.
That's 2. And then, okay, we got someone. It's 2-2. Someone in the chat says cut. Someone says keep. Oh, keep. Oh, damn. There are a lot of keeps.
Are we keeping now?
Fuck.
Man, I'm with you, Miles.
I'm tired of this nigga, bro. God damn.
People, I feel like people would probably say he has more aura than like a Luffy. When
He don't.
But I think that I feel like people have a one-dimensional understanding of idea of what they think aura is. Luffy aura.
I agree.
All right. So far, you decided to keep Sung Jinwoo for the very first one, so you had to know I was gonna
Yeah,
send this guy as well. Number 2 is Gojo.
Yeah, we keep that.
Yeah.
We keep that. I'm so I'm at these 2 spots already taken.
Like, damn.
Hey, y'all should have got that boy Sung Jinwoo out of here.
I agree. Hey, listen, man, Miles and Lonnie. I'm not Miles and Lonnie. Lonnie and Random.
All right, I actually agree to keep Gojo, but fuck.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep Gojo.
All right, two keeps are gone, people.
I'm being stingy with the
Two
last
keeps
keep.
are gone. All right, next Levi Ackerman.
He has way more aura than Sung Jinwoo, bro.
Hey, dang.
But
I'm gonna let you guys know right now. This is all heaters. These are all heaters.
I'm gonna cut him, bro.
Levi can cut it so crazy. I mean, he has to low key. Yeah,
filling all 3 at the start, it would be crazy. All right, cut him. All right,
dang.
Lonnie, Random. What do we say?
I'd keep him over Sung Jinwoo.
Yeah, y'all the one.
It's too late.
Sorry. Who's the character?
Levi Ackerman.
Levi Ackerman. Him.
Fuck.
Random, who got more between him and Sung Jinwoo? Random, who got more between him and Sung Jinwoo?
Yeah. We would have packed out, but then we would have used 2 spots. But 1 spot later.
I was saying, but it's not this. But
y'all was not gonna cut Levi.
No. I was saying, Random. It's just about who do you think is more deserving. Listen, a nigga that even if a spot got taken up, would have got taken with Levi, he would have been more deserving than other nigga.
Okay, fine, sure. We would have. We just in the same boat. Whatever, fine.
All right, cut in Levi. Next name up, Hisoka.
He got more. He has aura. But we got cut him.
He do, but cut. Yeah,
he cut. Yo, his aura is crazy though. I don't lie.
Especially even the later stuff in the manga, his aura is
like every time Hisoka's in the scene, I'm tapped in. He's fascinating, even though he's a freak.
I agree.
But yeah, he got
freak.
All right, I decided to double it up in one series. Next name up, Killua.
Killua got aura, bro. But we gotta cut him.
But I'm thinking, like, he might say Sinbad. He could say Luffy.
Yeah, I wish he was thinking like that when he picked Sung Jinwoo, man.
Facts.
You heard Sung Jinwoo. Oh my God, Sung Jinwoo. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, get him out of here. We love Killua though. Killua for us.
Jinwoo is crazy.
Oh man, love to see it. We're just telling the truth about that, man. All right. So you kept Sung Jinwoo, you kept Gojo, cut Levi, Hisoka, and Killua. Next name up, Random. You're gonna love this name, Guts.
We gotta keep Guts.
I might have to keep
Guts.
I'm down with the.
That nigga aura.
What if he says does Guts have?
Nigga, why you
was thinking like that with what's up?
You think some people got more?
Why you want to explain this shit?
Wait, Lonnie, I have a question. You think Sung Jinwoo got more than Guts?
I think who?
Do you think Sung Jinwoo has more aura than Guts?
No.
So hey man.
Guts got a very distinct aura.
Gotta keep going. I'm sorry.
Y'all keeping Guts?
Yeah.
All right. So the keep 3, cut 5. I'll name all of them right now. Y'all decided to keep Sung Jinwoo. Y'all decided to keep Gojo, and y'all decided to keep Guts. So you cut Levi, you cut Hisoka, you cut Killua, you cut Makishima, and you cut Aizen.
Cool with that. It's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not that bad,
If Sung Jin Woo would have went out for Levi, I would
Yeah, perfect. Been perfect.
That's perfect.
Would've
Oh,
been-
That's pretty good.
So I this was supposed to be. I actually should have replaced. I should have replaced this name. If I was thinking this is the wrong name, I put this name by accident. But I'm gonna read off the super chat. Hisoka got restraining aura to catch a predator.
She's incredible.
So
Yeah.
I apologize. Do not consider Makishima. Take Makishima out. So you cut Aizen and you cut Madara. That was the name.
Ooh. I think Levi still would have got that spot for me, but Madara or Levi. But
Well, this ain't that bad.
yeah, it's not that bad.
I guess Sung Jin Woo. So who has the least amount of aura out of all the names I mentioned?
Sung Jin Woo. Sung Jin Woo.
Nani, who has the least amount of aura? I want everybody to answer. Who has the least amount of aura?
I plead the fifth.
No, Ty. Do not skip. Who has the least amount of aura on this list?
You know what? It might be Aizen.
They all have equal amount of aura.
That's a cap. You're capping right now.
When Aizen was getting bitched, it drops his stock a lot. It was bad. When he was swinging his little sword around, look at me destroying the landscape with each swing. And Ichigo caught that bitch and said, that was my sword.
I remember that nigga did. I forgot he did something. I remember I was reading Bleach Online. I was in my reread. He did something to Kisuke, and Kisuke avoided it. And this nigga Aizen said, "You probably already know what happened, but I'll tell you anyways." I was like, "All right, bro, pack the shit up, bro."
But you gotta give credit to someone who does have that. There was some nasty L's. I agree. He's regaining aura with the anime, but you gotta admit, despite the L's, the fact that a lot of people call him the greatest villain of all time, that's like definition of aura.
Who call him that?
So many people call Aizen the greatest villain of all time.
I got that delusional aura.
That's still aura.
Yeah, we're not
I agree.
we're not gonna hear from Ty when they drop Aizen.
I agree. He has delusional aura.
All right, Ty. Who is the worst? So Ty thinks Aizen has the least amount.
No, I don't. I don't think that.
That's what I said.
I know he thinks it.
I don't think that. I don't think that.
It's Aizen or Sung Jin
We know Riddell. We know what he thinks.
We 100%. All right, Lonnie. Who has the least amount of aura? Miles is correct. There you go.
I didn't say that. Did I type that? Wait.
It's the imposter.
Oh, is this AI? Is this AI?
Yo, AI. Y'all want to have rights? All right, man.
Oh, Lonnie, who's the least amount of aura on this?
I don't want.
$2 super chat. Angie Carr cooking.
I'm going with the first name that you said didn't count. But that's the name I'm.
No, Makishima
Yeah,
doesn't count.
I'm going with
No, you gotta pick one. But I'm gonna read the super chat real quick. Madara got L after L, yet still got aura. He a bum. Damn. Shout out Angie Carr though. Lana, you gotta pick one.
I did.
Makishima doesn't count.
You said Mahishima to me. That counted to me. That counted.
Hey, Lonnie, say the name that we all know you want to say, man.
Facts. He just don't. He doesn't want to say it. We know who he wants to say.
Say the name you want to say, man.
Hey,
Just admit it.
Anyway, random. Who do you pick?
Oh my god.
I'm for to be nasty and say Aizen because I don't know what that man's aura is like.
Oh, that is a cop out. You haven't seen Bleach. That's a cop out.
Hey, until I meet the man, he got no aura.
You know what, Miles, you're the only one who stand 10 toes and put a name out there. I respect that. Every one of these dudes refuse to put a name out there.
Aizen, bro.
No, because you just wanted to say Jin Woo, my nigga. I
If
don't know Aizen's aura, my nigga.
If it's the answer, say it. I don't know.
It's Aizen.
It's Aizen.
God
And we love Aizen. We all agree. We all love Aizen.
Bro, just in the wrong match.
Something about a nigga putting 5 fingers. Just, you know what I mean? It does a lot to take from your aura.
It's something about a nigga that has to explain everything.
I'll make a whole face.
It's
Is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I got that yap aura.
I'm not gonna lie, Ty, you cooking.
That nigga will explain the most nonsensical shit like you didn't just read it. I'm like, all right, man. It's just
He got
on the surface, it looks like you pierced me, but
he like
let me explain how.
He's like, I know exactly what you're thinking. I'm like, all right, bro. All right. And
I don't think I'm gonna watch this anime. That shit.
I've played
all right, no, do not let that go.
Random. He looks at you intimately in your eyes. I've planned every single thing you've ever done since you were born. But let me tell you how first.
Brandon, do not let them.
Let me tell you.
Do not let them put a bad interpretation or misrepresentation of Bleach.
Isaac's ass, man.
Isaac's not ass. This is top tier hate.
Isaac's ass.
All right. Anyway, that is all the topics. I got some of the other ones that I wanted to make sure we filled it up and talked about. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap it up?
There was a new manga that came out on Shonen Jump.
$2 super chat, and I know what manga you're talking about, so we can talk about that. Aura for Aura, Levi versus Minato. Who got more? I'll also drop we hit 5 super chats, so I'll drop the link. And then Sauce, don't watch that mid rent. Whoa, we becoming a Bleach hating community. What is going on? Why are we hating Bleach?
No one hates Bleach.
Or for Aura, let's answer this first. Or for Aura, Levi versus
like
Minato.
I got Levi.
Wait, bro, there's no way. No, that's not true. I would have never reread it. I was just saying, I got Levi.
I got Minato. Yeah, I got Minato.
I ain't gonna let you, Lonnie. No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Who do you guys got, Lonnie, random?
I have Levi.
I also have Levi.
All right.
Lonnie, I want to tell you something. I've never read it. Because let me tell you something. I'm never watching Gintama. Ever. Never again.
What?
This
I never wanted you to watch it the first time, so you know.
Yeah.
I did. I was told it was really good. And it is really good.
He just never wants to see it again.
Anyhow.
All right. Oh, that's what I was saying. There was a new manga that came out called
OTR of the Flame.
OTR of the Flame. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good first chapter. But the thing is, the author, this is like how we know like they don't give a fuck about Americans. He came out with a manga, I want to say last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like Red Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it did super good numbers in America, but Japan hated it, so they axed it. And actually, I think it got the first volume got out like in the bookstore and everything like that, but they still axed it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the second one, so I'm glad that they gave him a second shot, like almost right away. In terms
Main
of
characters look pretty alike as well.
the art style is similar, but hopefully this one sticks because I thought the Red Hood was pretty solid. And
Couldn't they just move that to like Shonen Plus and just let America?
No, I would say
they axed it. They axed it.
I would say Red Hood's weekly rankings were really bad.
Yeah, because Japan didn't like it. The thing again, you know, we always have the conversation with Shonen Jump, and we, you know, even though I like the first chapter, Lonnie, I'm concerned still because I personally don't have that much faith that Japan is really gonna like this kind of Norse mythology type series. I'm be honest, I don't know if they're gonna like it.
I mean, the Red Hood.
I think the first chapter.
Red Hood was like a folk tale type series.
Yeah, so I didn't know if that was gonna stick with them. With
Japan. And there was a recent manga that also focused on Norse mythology, and that shit got axed. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't think Japan really Shonen Jump Japan fans. I don't know if a lot of them like Norse mythology like that.
I don't think that's it.
By the way, real quick,
I do.
Sports update. The score is 92-92 with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game between OKC and the Nuggets.
Go Denver. Get Shea out of here.
Jokic going off, Loki.
Shea hate is crazy. What were you saying?
I think people just like the stories. Like, I'm just being honest. I don't. Like, first time I read the first chapter as well, and I thought it was very average. Like if I would compare it to like hit stories chapter ones, I don't think it holds up to them.
Yeah, I didn't think it was like super special or anything.
He's
but I thought-
gassed.
I don't think it was super special either.
No,
I still
no.
stand by they have a certain aesthetic. And Mystic, you did mention Vinland Saga, but Vinland Saga is not in Shonen Jump, so it kind of runs with its own different.
I don't think it's an aesthetic because like One Piece does not fit like the aesthetic like a Bleach, for example. I think if it's a good story, it's gonna do well. I think if it,
I think.
story,
I mean, when you create something that's outside the purview of like a normal kind of generalized setting with preconceived ideas of what it is, I do think that helps kind of create a certain level of uniqueness. But I've read Shonen Jump stories that are also mid that survive, and it just helps that it's more in a Japanese setting. I mean, that's the audience, so I'm not surprised that they would adhere to them, but I'm just saying I'm concerned that it's not gonna get the chance because it's more Western in terms of like being more mythology.
I would say like for example, my problem with the chapter one of this new story is that I don't think that there was enough conflict before the inciting event. Like the main character, we're told, wants to be a cook. The two setbacks that the character has that basically wanting to be a warrior that is out of his reach because he's too kind. That's pretty much it. And he should be a cook, which is something he already agreed upon. So he's not facing tons of conflict that would lead him to his call to adventure to try to accomplish his goal. And I think that because of that, I didn't connect with him as the main character. If you think about like his stories, like if you think about My Hero's first chapter, the amount of conflict that he felt and reached before he goes and tries to stop the sludge monster. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, or if I do Naruto, he failed the pop quiz, he got called on the mountain, and then he failed the exam. Like he just faced with so much conflict before he feels like he needs to steal a scroll. I don't think that this main character dealt with that, and so I wasn't invested in his the climax of that first chapter.
Yeah.
Ty, I was gonna ask, are there any new manga or newer manga that like besides Kagurabachi, of course, that like have that type of start to you, or
have that type of start of what you mean? Like this new story?
No, like as in like a good hook, like a good thing that can like make you connect with the MC and things like that.
I think most of the new ones did. I think probably my favorite manga out right now is Shonen Jump out. Well, one of my favorites probably Blue Box. I think Blue Box is really good. I think he had a really good. I think he had a strong start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's been out for a while. A lot of these Shonen Jump manga may or may not get an axe. We'll see. But it's always dawns on me. There's like certain ways. There's definitely certain things that's easy to grab the attention of the audience. Like in the ways Exorcist, I thought that shit was mid as hell. But it follows something that is like very Bleach vibey in that kind of Japanese school setting with very pretty girls all surrounded with the main character. I feel that's just easy to attract that kind of demographic of Japanese audience, and it survived. So, yes, what?
It's getting an anime. I
Yeah,
think it's like the most anticipated.
Denver's in a
anime
bonus.
besides
Yeah.
Kagurabachi.
Yeah, it survived, and now it's getting anime. And I'm like, I don't know how, because I thought it was mid as hell, but Japan liked it. So, it is what it is. That's fun. I mean, again, that's why we need more indie creators. That's why we need other like publishing companies to kind of expand the demographic and type of stories that people enjoy. So like more representation happens. That's all.
No, I agree with that. I just think that usually stories they all follow a similar formula, despite the things like the setting. And usually stories that don't follow it as well usually get axed. And that's what I'm saying. That to me is more of an indication of that than necessarily the setting the story is in. But I mean, I'm sure it plays a factor. I just don't think it's the biggest one. I don't think that. I think that if that main character was set up, like his conflict at the beginning and his inconveniences that he felt before the inciting, I feel like if that thing was set like as well as Naruto, I don't think that'd be relevant.
I agree to that. If it like, if it hits certain levels. Just most stories don't hit those levels at the end of the day, though.
I don't know if this is gonna be like a super banger. It might be chill, but like I said, we're still waiting on Shonen Jump to drop another banger because like they have Kagurabachi, they have Bug Ego, but that's still new. So it's like
They have.
When you say new, it's more like under 100 chapters.
yeah, because like I was thinking like I thought like Wild Strawberry's gonna go crazy, but now for some reason Wild Strawberry's already about to end,
Yeah,
and they're only
but
like
they
20, 30 chapters in. I'm like, it's ending already. Like you're all.
Oh, they must have soft canceled. Let me look at the.
it's not weekly Shonen Jump. Like it doesn't come out on Sundays.
Yeah. Well, Wild Strawberry was great, but then it's like I really thought like okay, like they finally opened up the story, and then like the author made notes like yeah, we're soon reaching the climax of the story. I'm like,
Yeah, that one was weird, bro. I thought it had.
it's like it just throws the whole story structure off.
I agree.
So
Well, you forgot to name. I just want to make sure we always shout out this manga. You named Kagurabachi, you named Bug Ego, and
Chojin X.
Ichi the Witch. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's still like super early. Each of the Witches.
It's a banger.
It's a banger.
Are
But
y'all off the Marshall King train?
Oh no, Marshall King's a banger as well. But I don't know if everybody's reading that one.
People love Ichi the Witch. Like, it ranks really well.
Each of the Witches.
So is it the fact that Jesus Christ, Nikola Jokic got 41 and 15 and 5, but is it the fact that you keep saying this banger, this I guess the next My Hero Academia, so to speak, or something like that? Is it maybe you think the taste of what Japan likes is changing?
No, it's just that I don't know if they have like they have star level anime. Look, they have star level mangas right now. I don't know if they have like a superstar one that's gonna like be one of the mainstays in the industry, like a JJK, like a My Hero, like a Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. Like I don't know if they have or Chainsaw Man. I don't know after Kagurabachi, besides Kagurabachi, in terms of like the new stuff that hasn't been released yet. I don't know if they have
Ichi the Witch. I don't know why you're not respecting this manga. I don't
know. I haven't read it, so I'm not saying.
I know you like it as well, but I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I feel like
I don't know if that's gonna be like a JJK like Chainsaw Man level. It might reach like a
why not?
I don't know.
I think after Kagurabachi, in terms of the new manga, it is the second best. And I personally like it more than Kagurabachi. But Kagurabachi got some legs under it, so I'm not mad at it.
Oh my God, Jokic just made the nastiest subboard shuffle 3 I've ever seen. 360 fadeaway, top of the 3 over Chet, nothing but net.
Yeah,
Miranda, why are you so ahead of everybody?
Yeah, because that shot literally just happened.
What the fuck was that?
Miranda, don't spoil it for me, please.
Yeah,
yeah, bro, I get it. I'm
pause
with
your
you.
game for a few seconds.
Don't spoil it for me, Randall. I think I'm about to see the 3 now. Why am I so behind?
That nigga Jokic is the devil.
What the fuck was that?
$5 super chat. Start bench cut. Garp, Roshi, Hiruzen. Also, would you rather get snapped for 10 years or get shadowed? Okay, so you asked 2 questions. We'll answer both of them. All right, gentlemen. Start bench cut. Garp, Roshi, Hiruzen. I don't know the criteria, but what are y'all doing?
Yeah, what is the criteria?
I'm starting Roshi, I'm benching Garp, and I'm cutting Heroes in.
I'm starting Garp.
Get Hiruzen off my screen, bro. He's getting cut either way.
Starting Garp, benching Roshi, cutting Hiruzen.
I'm Miles because I don't know anything about Garp yet.
Yeah, I do say Miles too, but Hiruzen, man, he did the best he could.
I'm prejudiced against the third Hokage.
That's crazy. Just him.
Fuck that nigga.
I'm starting Roshi, I'm benching Garp, and I'm cutting Hiruzen. I'm not even thinking about it.
All right.
You're the Hokage, bro. You could have made better.
I'm the only guy respecting Garp here, you know what I'm saying? All right. Would you rather get snapped or get shadowed?
What happens when you get shadowed?
Okay, who's seen Thunderbolts here? Miles, you
That's
think
fine.
No, I'd rather get snapped. I definitely would rather get snapped.
100% rather get snapped.
Yeah, it's I feel like it's getting
Because
snapped.
snapped is literally instant. Like they come back like literally, and they think it's like a second later, and then they
Yeah,
realize.
I would say. If,
But
also,
what happens when you get shadowed? That's what I'm asking.
You go through your worst traumatic memories and stuff like that over and over again.
Yep.
Oh, that shit sounds like some like hot pack of ass right there.
Yeah.
Like hell no, I don't want to do that shit. For like
Shadow me.
You're on crack, Miles. You know what? You're picking shadowed over getting snapped. Oh, wait. They said, hold on. They said snap for 10 years or get shadow for 5 years. I couldn't get I didn't want to get shadow for a month.
I don't want to get shadowed for a day. That was rough. I was
dang,
like,
snapped
I'm
for
stronger on
10
the other
years.
side.
For 10 years is crazy.
you're going against your worst memories, and it's also weaponized against you when you try to.
Wait, I have a question. If I get shadowed, like, is it just when I go to sleep that I relive the memories, or it's constant?
No. You are constantly in a looping hell of your worst memory.
And then if you
That's
sleep out,
fire.
it's a different worst memory or a different like it's like.
So, like, am I just like in the hospital unconscious, living this memory?
No, you're just
No,
like
you're
like in that dimension.
You're in the dimension. You get
Oh, I'm in a dimension.
you legit get turned into a shadow in the ground.
Mm.
Yeah, I seen that shit on. I seen a clip of that on Instagram. That shit looked horrendous. I don't want to get shot. Like even the act, not even the side effects, even the act itself being shadowed looks horrible. Oh
Yeah, this is easy. It's definitely snap. Not even a question.
Damn, I'm gonna miss. My family gonna miss me for 10 years, but that's kind of
Hey, man.
You want to go through your worst?
Puppy getting hit by a car.
You want to go through your worst hell for 5?
Puppy getting hit over over and over and
That
over.
sounds like therapy, bro.
I'll get snapped. But
Therapy, bro. Yeah, the fuck right. Oh man.
You facing your trauma. You growing as a person.
And then you go. Oh no. All right. Well, I turn on the game just to see the freaking Nuggets lose.
Let's go. Respect Shea, Riddell. Respect Shea.
Now you're. Oh my God. Lonnie's rooting for.
is Shea over Luka? Shea over Luka talks? No, I don't think that's crazy.
Yeah, you see Riddell's face.
Yeah.
Wait, is Shea over Luka crazy?
You know, Miles, I wish I could leave too. Anyway.
Hey, that's crazy.
Anyhow.
Yo, Ty.
I'm just like, why is that actually crazy? I don't understand.
Anything else before we
What's
wrap
a
up?
elite defender and good on offense? I'm gonna say.
Anything else before we wrap up?
Oh no, we're definitely still doing that BSS After Dark Diddy edition. As in we're talking about Diddy, we're not doing nothing that Diddy did. But
yeah, that sounds crazy.
Also, our little assistant Shard will finally be available, and so we're loading up that anime and chill.
All right, big bet. Yeah, make sure you guys tune in. Set up for our membership content where we do drop some stuff over there. But definitely sign up for our Patreon where we do exclusive content that we cannot show on YouTube because YouTube will copyright us and sue us and all that bad stuff. So go check out our Patreon. That's where I put full reactions of Game of Thrones, full reactions of 2BRX when I'm reacting to them. Might start doing some One Piece stuff as well. We also got some BSS After Dark. We got Santo's recent thing that he did with the cosplayers. So go sign up for Patreon. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time over there. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate everybody who came to the podcast, listen, watch. Make sure you guys like the podcast, of course. Try to get us to 30 likes on this. We'll make sure to comment as well. Share your thoughts about this podcast. And with that said, gentlemen, y'all have a good one. Take care and peace.